All right. What is going on, everybody, and welcome on in to the Cinema Lords podcast, episode number 29, and here I am with my boys. First off, the aficionado of all things Westeros, my man Loki Klein.
How we doing?
To my right, I got the utility man, Mr. Seth Rogers.
Hi, hello.
And as always, I am your host, Mr. Nicholas Oz, and we are the Cinema Lords, and here we go, episode number 29. We're off and running.
Come on.
It's going to be a wild one because I am feeling a bit manic. And we also just had a little bit of a scare starting the episode, so now I'm extra unhinged.
Tense. Like this table's tense right now.
More than usual.
Yeah, no, tense is a good way to describe it, for sure. Tense is a good word. As always, we have a lot to get into. A little bit of Loki, a little bit of Ahsoka. So we're going to be doing some activities tonight because there's this writer strike still going on, so there's a lack of content. So we're going to be doing a little Halloween activity. We're also going to be doing a little Fantastic Four activity. It's going to be a fun one. We didn't do a full-blown Halloween episode this year because there was nothing that I could think of that wasn't an exact replica of what we did last year. And I was like, that's
the same thing.
Yeah, it's mad lame. So next week, I believe that me, Mr. Rogers, and then Chandel, who you guys met during the summer soiree 1-year anniversary, Doll and a Dream, the three of us are going to be doing a Harry Potter fantasy draft on, I think, next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, good time of year because, it's kind of Halloweenish. It's kind of Christmassy. It's kind of that whole stretch of fall.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
80 degrees outside, but,
True. Global warming's a real bitch. I hate it. I need cold. We have a couple of other things to get into, too. Let's just dive right on in. We already fucking banged through those intros. That felt good. That was different, and it just...
Yeah.
Let us begin.
Yeah, no, let's get into it. All right, here we go. I already mentioned the goddamn Harry Potter show. Oh, shit. Let's start off by real quick just talking about the House of Usher because that was a show that I mentioned a few times on the podcast earlier. I was very excited for. Mike Flanagan's The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. I have checked out the first 5 episodes. It's an 8-episode series. I'm loving it so far. You checked out the whole thing?
Whole thing, yeah. Watched 4 episodes on Tuesday. Just 4.5 hours.
Like the end of it?
Yeah.
Just,
so I watched
all right, word.
5 through 8 in one sitting.
Yeah, so that means the ending probably bangs.
Yeah, the whole thing was very good.
If you binge through it, I feel like that's an extra, oh yeah, we're rolling, let's go.
That's how you make an 8-episode season. Everything meaningful, the whole season meaningful.
Yeah, no, I think he doesn't miss. Like I said, I'm only 5 episodes in. I'm very excited to see the rest, but I love all of his series.
Saracen with a toupee on or whatever he's got, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's a little misplaced. But yeah, besides that, no, I was very impressed.
Friday Night Lights, Saracen?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's become one of the guys. So he started, the first one he did was Midnight Mass, and then he had a small role in Midnight Club, and now he's a fairly good-sized role in this one.
Cool.
Fairly good-sized role in this one. The big takeaway for me so far was episode 3, the Lemon monologue from
that was
my God, man. And there was already before that, there was a great monologue from one of the daughters. She's in all of the shows. I don't know her name in this one. She had the white hair though in this show. She was the one that social media kind of the publicist.
Yep.
But she's been in all of the series. She had a good monologue earlier in the episode, and I was like, oh man, that was good. Yeah. And then the lemon one came after. I was like, that was way better. Yeah. I was like, that's a memorable one. Like I'm gonna think about that one in things to come. That was a fucking awesome.
That guy killed
monologue.
the whole season.
Yeah, no,
I don't know his name.
He's been good so far.
He's
been in some other shit. I can't think of his name either, but he's been in some other things. I've definitely recognized him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna try to dive into the next 3 episodes. Hopefully this weekend. Finish her off. I'm excited.
6, 7, and 8 were very good.
5 that makes me intrigued. 5 was interesting. Yep. Definitely as a big cat guy, especially as a black cat guy.
Oh my God.
Ramsey.
That was horrible.
Episode 4 was a wild one.
That scared the hell out of me.
But it's crazy to see how he keeps making these shows because it's sad that his contract was Netflix. This is it. This is the last one. So it depends. Who knows what he's gonna do from here? But it's he just takes the same people and does completely different shows and puts them in completely different roles, and they all kill it every time. It's very impressive.
That's cool. Kind of Tarantino-like.
It is very. Yep.
Go-to people.
Yep.
It's cool.
Absolutely. Keeps it in the family.
Yeah.
Yep. He knows his people. He knows how to use them. He knows what they're good at. Knows what they're not good at. Like that same girl that I was talking about with the white hair that does the monologue in this. She does a wild monologue in Midnight Mass. Her and Saracen, actually. It's the two of them, and they go back and forth at the same time, and they're both wildly depressing monologues.
Yeah. I mean, the show itself is pretty depressing.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
What ones have you seen before this? Have you seen any of them?
None.
Really? Oh, man. You got to watch it, especially Hill House. I mean, Hill House is incredible.
I've seen both of those. Those are both
Bly
excellent,
Manor?
excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like Bly Manor. Some people didn't like it as much. I think they were anticipating something very similar to Hill House, which is definitely more scary and like a higher creep factor.
Yep.
But I still loved Bly Manor.
Same.
I love
But
it.
the first one had some real ghosts and hauntings and yeah.
I like how when they come round at the end of it, she says, like, I told you from the gate, like, this was a love story. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like there are ghosts involved, but at the end of the day, this is a story of fucking romance. And I was like, she did. She did say that.
She warned us.
She did. Yeah, no, I liked Bly Manor. And then Midnight Mass, you haven't seen?
Haven't seen Midnight Mass.
Midnight Club, you haven't seen?
Nope.
You haven't seen any of them. Oh, man.
No.
You're going to have to check those out and tune back in. Those are great.
Yeah,
They're all...
if they're as good as what that was, then yeah. Could definitely
Oh,
revisit it.
yeah. Hill House is incredible. Hill House is
It was really good.
incredible. Blind Man is really good. Midnight Mass is really good. Midnight Club wasn't as good, but I just really liked it. I think growing up, especially if you're like a Goosebumps fan, that's very
kinda
much
like that.
what Midnight Club feels like. Yeah. Because it's all these kids, and they just get together at midnight, and they tell their stories. It's just like each episode's like a ghost story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
So
very...
the same concept as this then.
Yeah, very
Different,
Goosebumps. Yeah,
centered
yeah,
around
yeah.
all the characters. And
Yep.
Everybody's got one episode
Yep.
that's centered around. Nice.
Very, very similar. First two episodes, just like this, were kind of like introduction, meet everybody,
Yeah.
and then individual arcs. Yeah, no, definitely gotta check those out. Like I said, gonna check out the next 3 episodes. Next time we are here, I'll talk about the ending, and I'm sure Seth will be here, and we can actually go into a little bit more detail about it. From there, let's go to the Ahsoka finale. We were talking about, I think we did 8. How many episodes were there in Ahsoka? 8 or 9?
8.
8.
Yeah.
So we did 5, 6, and 7 the last time we were here, I believe.
Yeah.
I was huge on... Actually, all 3 of those episodes were awesome. They all started banging after, like, I think episode 3. 3 was a letdown for me. That was the astronaut episode. But from 4, 5, 6, 7, I thought those were all bangers. The finale I liked. I had a couple of gripes with that were just kind of, I guess, sort of nitpicky. But I don't know. There were some issues that... Yeah, I had a couple of issues. Altogether, though, this was a good series.
It was fine.
Better than Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Better than Boba Fett.
Yep. I would also say better than Mando season 3. But I'm not very high on that. Not very
I
high.
can't go
on
that far.
Not better than Andor. Was not better than Andor.
So I enjoyed it more than Andor. Andor is a better show. Like if I'm
right.
sitting there and I'm critiquing the 2 shows from like an actual standpoint, I'm gonna be like, all right, Andor is the better quality show.
Yep.
I liked Ahsoka way more. I had way more fun with Ahsoka than I did with Andor. Not even close.
No, yeah, Andor is definitely not meant to be like that. But
Yeah, no, it's not. This was Star Wars to me though. This is
Yeah.
Star Wars. This had everything I wanted.
Yeah.
You seem like you want to
it's
talk about
just
the finale.
yeah, it's just such a wet fart. That's the only way I can describe it. Just
I
a
don't know.
wet fart. It's just I don't know. I don't really like the other rebels. I guess he's cool.
I'm all in on
I
Ezra.
guess, but I said that before. I didn't really like it, and then nothing gets accomplished in the finale. Nothing. They don't complete the mission. Admiral Thrawn escapes. So it's like they leave you on a cliffhanger for season 2.
Definitely.
But they're not even approved for season 2 yet.
I mean,
They're not even approved.
I mean, they kind of are though. It's Filoni, so he's going to be approved. Like,
Not
whatever
approved
he
yet.
wants to do, he's going to be
Show
able
me the
to
proof.
do.
Not approved yet. It just nothing got accomplished. It just seems like everything that's centered around the original Star Wars story nowadays just doesn't pan out good. Like they do their own individual stuff. Like I would separate Mando from that. Even though they have, Luke comes in and all that. Like Andor, that was a completely different one. But
That's a great way to do a cameo, though. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, this
right.
is Mando's a completely separate world, completely different story, and they just drop that little Luke cameo in, and it fucking smacks.
it's like anything that they can make a story on, they don't do a good job. I don't know. They don't do a good job. I'm getting very aggravated with being excited for Star Wars things, and they're just. I ended up with it. I'm like, yeah, okay, that was fine, I guess.
I feel like you can feel good about them continuing the stories, though, because they already are committed to Mando the next season, obviously, and then a Mando movie, right?
Yeah, it's all
And
gonna lead up to
It's
one
the
of
same
those.
exact timeline now. Like
Exactly.
Ahsoka started during, like, what was mid-season 2 of
Yeah.
Mando. So they're
I
like,
thought
He's been
I thought he
running
was
this
popping
whole
in.
thing. Him and Favreau, they've been controlling all of this shit for these 2 shows.
But you're right. There's no Ahsoka season 2. But I feel like they'll do that if they can, if they get enough clearance or have enough story to tell. But
Yeah.
we'll at least hopefully get a conclusion to obviously Ezra will be in whatever there is going forward.
I'm all in on Ezra.
But-
I didn't even know him because I'd never seen Rebels.
Yeah.
I just seen him in this. I'm all in.
He's
I'm all my chips in on
Apparently,
Ezra.
apparently, him and the other girl could force jump 800 feet. So
That part sucked.
So it's fine. I mean,
that part was
800
terrible.
yards.
Yeah, that was
So
mad dumb.
That was cheesy as
I
hell.
hated. Yeah, she just she couldn't use the Force at all, and then all of a sudden she just learned she did one
Launches
thing,
a guy
and the
8
next
football
thing you know, she's just fucking all right, dude, fucking launching them.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Just like the whole the wide range of what the Force is able to do sometimes is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like half the time they're holding up a spaceship or launching someone 300 yards.
Ezra and Ahsoka
Other times
literally
they're
did that.
pushing someone 6 feet and they're trying as
Yeah,
hard as
they
they can.
can. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dude, just knocks this lady off the tower that you're standing on.
Right.
Like Ahsoka's fighting against Morgan on this monolith. Just do the spaceship
Throw her
trick
off.
real
Yes,
quick.
throw her
Blast her 400 feet. I don't know. It's a little ridiculous sometimes.
No,
I'm
for
with you
sure.
on that.
Absolutely.
It'll probably be
It's
like
fucking Star Wars.
it'll probably
Yeah.
be like House of the Dragon was with the finale. I feel like we were kind of somewhat disappointed in it, but once season 2 comes and you can rewatch it and you can just have
Yeah.
the finale of 1 just roll right into episode 1 of season 2, then I might
For sure.
I might like it a little bit more. But just for the time being, nothing got accomplished. Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if
They got
I was
Ezra
all
back.
about the Balon. I was all about Balon, his story.
He was awesome.
And then he's on screen for 15 seconds at the top of a mountain, and that's it.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
and
he had
peace.
no lines in the last episode.
No lines.
Yeah, no, it was
no,
weird.
he was the most intriguing part of the whole thing to me.
For real?
No lines. He's standing on a mountain for 15 seconds.
Was it?
Come on, man. What? Oh my god.
Recast is imminent there.
But
Right. If there's that story to continue.
he's not,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
he's not
left
a
over. They
female
gotta
in
recast.
Disney, so we can't make it centered around. I don't want to get into that, but
Yeah.
it's just
Gerard Butler coming
We're
in.
gonna get to Disney at some point.
oh,
today,
it's maddening, dude. Oh my god.
Gerard Butler's got it.
Gerard Butler. Hey.
Doppelganger.
I kind of love that. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of love that as a Gerard Butler guy. I kinda love that. That's fucking funny.
He's
Who did you say?
kicks a
to
guy
that? Oh, you
off
said
the
Todd and Weir from Scream, right?
Yeah, Liev Schreiber. I
That
think
works
is his
too.
name.
Yeah. That's a good call. Good name
Fun guy
drop.
going around.
Nice. I could see that working too, though.
Yeah.
That works.
I like him.
I kind of said a couple of nitpicky things. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, and I think that she's intentionally supposed to be kind of dry because by the end of the season she starts to loosen up a little bit, and you can see kind of almost more where those Anakin. When he
Wittiness and-
right,
yeah.
it's starting to come through her talking to him. You see a little bit more of that, especially by the end. But I gotta say, there was a couple times in this finale where there's a good little action sequences, and she is noticeably slow.
Yeah, old.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the blaster deflectors when they're all caved in kind of thing. There's a bunch of troops all firing them at once or whatever. Fuck. She's just noticeably just
Isn't
slow, and
it
I'm just
shot from behind too?
bro, we should be shooting this girl. She ain't moving that quick. We should be able to. You shoot here, I'm gonna shoot here, and we got her.
Right. And she's supposed to be the most overpowered one out of them all, right? She's
Yeah.
double, triple power everybody else, basically.
Rosario Dawson though, she's gotta be
She's up there.
mid 40s.
I was thinking
early
preaching-
40s.
Close to 50, I would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that. Yeah, that
But
could make sense.
wasn't it shot from behind? So they just couldn't have had a younger,
there was
agile
one part-
stunt double.
There was one
doing
part
it?
where they're shooting so the camera is to the back of the army basically, and you have the three of them on the steps. That's the scene where it took it away from me the
She's
most.
44, by the way.
44. All right, so that's what I thought. So they're literally backing away. Her, Ezra, and Sabine. They're all backing away from all the troops and shit. And you see it from the back of them up towards the steps, and it's just like I said, it's her, and it's just
Yeah, it looks slow mo.
yeah, it did. It really did. It just
really
looked
heavy
slow.
lightsaber or something.
Exactly, yeah. Which I haven't seen the third new trilogy movie there. So I've only seen Adam Driver fight a little bit, but that's something I see all the time online is how people love how he swings his lightsaber as if it's heavy as shit.
Yeah, and it's a cool looking lightsaber.
Which serves no purpose though. Like, what the fuck those little things do?
It serves no purpose because he's a bitch. They made him a bitch.
Yeah, that too. As
That's
soon
why
as he took his
serves no
helmet off in the
purpose.
first one, I was like, why did we do that? That was it just absolutely ruined it to me.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched the third one. The second one was that bad.
It's worth watching.
I thought it was better. I thought that's because the
can't be
second one. I
worse.
mean, I've talked about the second one.
Can't be worse.
That still legitimately makes me mad. But the third one gets more slack than the second one, and I thought it was fine. I thought they were dealt a very horrible hand, and they did
Bounced back as well as they could have.
I guess okay with it. Yeah, I'm not saying it's whoa, it's not one of the higher Star Wars movies, but it also wasn't the second one.
I'll need to bang into YouTube and get me a little like personal like previously on Star Wars just so I can
Don't do
recap.
that. That's cheap. Just watch.
No. I'm saying for the last two, for Force
Oh, okay.
Awakens
Yeah,
and whatever the fucking
The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Was it the Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna need that because it's been a while since I watched those. That's like going back.
Don't count on me to watch it with you. So.
That's going back a grip.
And then I love this one that I'm like mad that it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, and then they show like Anakin Force Ghost at the end of it. Like,
Oh, they poured out Anakin.
yes,
They fucking
let's
hoard
draw
him out,
let's draw
dude.
you right back in.
They were making money off that ass, especially that closing scene. I was like, you gotta be. That was literally how they closed out. I was like, you gotta be joking. I was like, that was so unnecessary.
Yeah, it
like, you're
was.
just straight using Hayden
Right.
Christensen like a whore.
It's like,
hey,
yeah, if you
gotta do what
weren't
gotta do.
too pleased with it, like, don't forget, like,
Oh yeah,
you can get Anakin back.
for real, big
my
time,
God.
big time service.
It was cool for one episode. That was it. They knocked that one out. The
So-
first time he was in it, after, like,
You're right.
didn't have to
Yeah.
do it again, dude.
I feel like me and you are on similar levels. 4, 5, 6, and 7. I thought were like really, really, really good.
Yeah.
like really good. I really enjoyed them. 7, I loved, like flat out loved. Finale left me a little bit lacking, but overall, like I said, it's not as good of a show as Andor is, but I enjoyed it
Yeah,
way
more-
more than
yeah,
way more. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close for me. I liked this show. I liked coming back to it every week. I always enjoyed watching it. I do wish that the fucking episodes though. So like even if like say like Loki, right? Actually, we're gonna talk about Loki in a second. But Loki, both seasons are gonna be 6 episodes. They have like 50, 55-minute episodes, and every one of them like feels almost like it is like a mini movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a full packed episode.
Yep.
You're entertained pretty much the whole time. Like this show could have easily have been 6 episodes that banged.
Yeah.
Because there was like 2 or
take too
3
long.
that were like 30 minutes. There was one that was like 28 minutes.
Yeah. I think the second one was short as hell.
Mad short. It's like, why even do that?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good call. Episode 2 was mad short because that was one of the double premiere things.
Yeah.
And then episode 3 stunk, and that one was pretty short too. So you just take episode 2 and 3, you combine
Get
them
'em
together,
out.
and you just
Yeah.
get one
Split 'em
lousy
out.
episode, and then from there it fucking bangs out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are like, oh yeah, 1 out of 6 was bad. But that's shooting a hell of a percentage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you go 5 or 6 with some
Like
real bangers,
83%
you're shooting, fuck yeah. That's a way better move in my opinion. That's why Loki's so good though. We're gonna get to Loki very, very, very shortly, but fucking still like this show.
Yeah.
How about like you, like Ahsoka, Andor, Mando, Boba Fett?
Yeah, I mean, like you guys were saying, they're very different shows.
Definitely.
It was nice to get some lightsabers, like even just having a few scenes in the last episode with Ezra, Sabine, and Ahsoka all with their lightsabers all up. It was pretty badass.
Very cool. Yeah. First time to get Jedi's together on screen in a while.
Yeah, and got those zombie stormtroopers, and so I don't know. Compared to Andor, which they stray away from the Force,
Yeah.
and
We didn't mention
all
the
that.
zombie stormtroopers. Good call. Those were that was interesting. That was kind of cool.
It was good and bad also. They were like kind of stupid sometimes and kind of cool other times.
Yeah.
Same thing. But Star Wars, it's allowed to be a little.
That was
Little
from
cheeky.
something too. I saw. I don't know if it's one of the books or like one of the cartoons or something. That's already been like a thing before. They just
Really?
kind of brought it back. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that
One
was
of the
pretty
comics
cool.
and shit.
I didn't mind the Night Sisters, like all those.
Yeah, they were nice addition.
I thought they were cool. I didn't like that. Even like that finale too. Like how the witch there that had been working the whole time, like that got
the
in
main
there
one.
and shit.
Morgan.
She just like they just give her some powers and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go die. Which the whole power thing was not the best CGI either. Not to nitpick again,
Yeah.
but
Well, you
that
should if
green
it's
it was
Disney.
like green
If it's Disney,
flame
you
and
should.
shit. And I was just like, yeah. The show was like I think 240 mil. I want to say too. I saw, which is bing bing.
Wow.
That's big. Yeah, it's a big change.
Well, a lot of that stuff from that sword ritual was a callback to Rebels as well.
That sword, right?
And,
yeah.
Yep.
I did see that online too.
And the name of the sword is like the Blade of Talzin or something. And that
sounds right.
She was like the mother of the Night Sisters on
The bitch that just died?
No, Talzin. Like she was called Madame Talzin. So
Okay.
it used to be her blade, and she actually fought Mace Windu with that blade
No shit.
in the Clone Wars.
I do love
Not
me
the Clone
some
Wars,
Mace
but
Windu.
in Rebels. Yeah.
It's a Mace Windu show.
Love me some Mace
So I
Windu.
get mad about that too.
Yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing about Clone Wars is you occasionally get episodes that are completely away from like the main crew, and you'll just see like Mace
like
Windu
Dooku
and Kit
in there.
Fisto go on a mission together.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like a few key episodes from Clone Wars that are going to come up big in Ahsoka
Oh yeah,
for the continuation.
I still haven't finished that.
Have you ever heard of the Mortis arc? It's like kind of goes into
I don't think so.
like that statue that Balin's standing at the end of the
Yeah,
last
finale?
shot.
I heard that had
Yeah.
some big significance.
So that's
to it.
that's the father. There's this 3-episode chain in Clone Wars where Ahsoka, this Anakin, and Obi-Wan get sucked into like this wormhole, have this crazy experience on this planet called Mortis, where they meet the father, the son, and the daughter.
Some religious shit.
The son is the
And
dark
old
side, the daughter's the light side,
Fucking
and the
Jesus.
father is the balance of the Force. And like they basically
It's a straight religion.
they pretty much like explain the source of the Force and like have a battle, and the daughter like sacrifices herself for Ahsoka. Ends up being symbolized by that white owl that they show us at the end.
This is
of-
Clone Wars?
yeah.
Oh man.
So it's like young Ahsoka, and so like that white owl is in the last episode near the end, like right before the Anakin ghost scene, and that's like the embodiment of the daughter, which Ahsoka might be now and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of like. I don't know. It's worth watching those
Some
at least.
meat
It's
there.
three like 25-minute episodes.
Yeah.
I think it's in the second season, I think. But they're definitely leaning into that hard. And that's all stuff that Filoni wrote and he loves. So
Oh yeah,
sticking
no,
into
he's
it.
been like Ahsoka's his character.
Yes.
He's been like completely attached to everything about her.
Yep. So he's looking to dive into that stuff, which is pretty wild. It's like origins of the Force and like explaining.
In
that
Filoni,
shit.
I trust. They just announced that movie. I can't think of the fucking name of it, but it seems like it's basically going to be like the new Rebels, Mando, like Baby Yo. It seems like they're all going to come together. I can't fucking think of the name of the movie now. They already announced a title for it.
A movie?
Yeah, they fucking just announced it because they just had the expo. It just happened. Like
There's a show
week ago.
coming, right?
Fuck, I can't think of it.
I think Acolytes is the next show, but I think that's Sith though.
Fuck. Actually, Luke, can you do me a favor?
I'm pretty
Could
sure
you just scroll down on that mouse to get that third mic on because,
Yeah.
again, freaking me out. It's all good. Take your time. Fuck, I wish I could think of the name of that goddamn Star Wars movie. They just announced it too, like I said at that expo.
It's Filoni though.
Yeah. It's his movie. It seems like I said it's supposed to. So it's going to be in between the original trilogy and the new trilogy.
It's one with Jude Law.
I don't think so. I don't know if like anybody new's been attached to it yet, because it was like I said, it was just announced. Like a new Empire. Fuck. I can't fucking think of the name of it. But it's Filoni's movie, which means Favreau's going to be on it, and it's going to be a combination of all these characters that they've been building. Like I said, Mando, the new Rebels, and so
They're all in it?
Yeah, it's going to be. I can't think of the fucking name of it. And like I said, it only dropped. I'd say like a week or so ago.
They'll just draw me right back in. I'm sure.
What did you say the next show was? Acolytes?
Acolytes is yeah. I think it's about. I know it's on the Sith side, but I don't know if it's
That would be sick.
So yeah, the Acolyte. Rogue Squadron is another one coming up. Is that maybe what you're...
No. It's a movie that they just announced.
Movie.
Yeah. It's a Filoni Star Wars movie. It's probably what I would Google.
There's another series with Favreau and Filoni called Rangers of the New Republic
Nope.
coming out.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
I remember hearing
So
about
that-
it. I remember like hearing about it, reading about it.
The Acolyte will take place during the final days of the High Republic era. So that's like ancient history when the Jedi
Yeah.
were like in superpower. There was like hundreds of thousands of Jedi.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, that's what it's about too. About
Yeah.
even the
Pretty
picture, just a bunch of Jedi.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then
I'm
there's
all
like
in.
terrible
Wookiee
wars where
Oh, I did hear about a Wookiee Jedi. I told you something. I don't know what it was, but I remember saying something about a Wookiee Jedi at something. That sounds gangster. I'm all in on that. Something Sith based too would be sick. I would love
I think-
some
I
just
think
like
it's supposed to be on, like,
dark
the
ass
darker
Star
side.
Wars shit. That would be dope.
yeah.
That would be awesome, man. You just see like straight from their angle, like planning against fucking. You know what I'm saying? That'd be
growing the empire.
They need to do that. That'd be awesome. But yeah, no, Ahsoka was really good. I enjoyed it overall. Finale was a little bit lacking, but overall, it's a series that I liked. I'll probably watch it again at some point. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll never watch Obi-Wan again. I'll watch the last 2 episodes of Boba Fett again. I won't watch the first 4 before that. But I'll watch the last 2 Boba Fett episodes again.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Because Mando was in it.
Yeah, the last 2 were good. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Andor. I might. Maybe.
I'm probably going to rewatch it when the next season comes out.
Definitely.
But not until then.
That's right. There's a second season. That
Sure is.
fuck. Can't wait.
You're going to probably get K2, though.
Can't wait. That. Good call. And I'm right back in.
And I'm back.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in.
This is what they fucking do. They know they got you by the
K2SO.
balls. They dangle the little carrot in front of you to have you come back, and then you're back.
My favorite droid. Don't get me wrong, I love R2, but K2's fucking awesome. I love that guy. But yeah, anything else on Ahsoka, Star Wars, anything else?
Can't wait to be disappointed.
Good call on the zombie thing. I forgot all about that. That was a good call.
Pretty wild.
I wanted to rewatch it today. I got called at work longer than I expected to it, and I never got to rewatch it. So I haven't seen it in like 3 weeks since it. Actually, probably 4 weeks since it.
Huh. Yeah, Ezra threw a lightsaber together, too. That was kind of cool scene.
That was cool seeing the building of the lightsaber.
A little confusing where he might have got the kyber crystal from.
What's the droid's name? Hu Yang, right?
Yeah.
See, he was cool in that scene too. He's like, bro,
He's
I've been
good the whole
doing this
time.
shit. He has been cool the whole time. Yeah, no, he's a good droid too. I had a feeling that he might go for a second. I thought that might have been a thing in the finale. I was like, oh, you know what? Especially when he was on the ship by himself and shit. I was like, oh man, Hu Yang might be going.
I don't think I brought this up before. Maybe I did. But he's like the oldest thing in the Star Wars universe.
Oh no shit.
He's like 25,000 years old.
Oh wow.
Like
Well,
older than anything. It's
Oh, so
like,
he talks basically like he's been around for 25,000
He's seen some
years.
shit.
Yeah.
he dodges a question from somebody who asks him how long he's been around, like during Ahsoka too. I forget who asked him.
No
But
shit.
it's like a very long time.
And clearly he hasn't been reset like R2 hasn't been reset.
Yep.
Since he has like all of these recollections still.
Yeah, and he makes a point in like the first or second episode saying he's like still 72% original parts. Like boasts about it. And so he was probably made pre-High Republic, like before like that crazy Acolyte show too. So he's seen everything and met every single Jedi because he's always been the lightsaber smith and stuff.
That's pretty cool. That's why Ahsoka trusts him so much.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right, yeah, I think that wraps it for Star Wars. Let's move on to the show that we were just talking a lot about. Let's go to Loki. I'll see the MCU rumors for after Loki. Let's go to Loki. We had the first 3 episodes. Episode 4 is actually out tonight, 9:00 tonight. So probably by the time we get out of here,
Hour 15. Let's
yeah,
go.
and it'll probably be coming out. But right away, I mean, as soon as it started, episode 1, right out of the gate, it felt like that feeling like I'm back, we're back. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
it just right away, I was like, oh man, like this is what Disney Plus should be doing. Like this show fucking bangs. I don't know why all these shows can't be at least close to this quality.
Right, yeah.
Don't have to be this quality, just be close, like in the realm. But I loved the opening episode. Episode 2 I thought was really strong, and then episode 3 this week fucking banged. I loved episode 3.
Yeah.
But we can kind of shift through them one by one. But we'll start just right off the gate. You know, just kind of open. What do you guys, boys? What do you think of through the first few episodes?
Honestly, the most I don't know if I just missed it from the first season, but the thing I was most impressed about is the chemistry that Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston have.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Like it's not just like it wasn't just like thrown in there and like they don't have good chemistry. Like I would have never expected them to have such good chemistry, but
It's turned into a buddy cop
the
show.
whole time
It's buddy cop.
they really do.
Fucking Rush Hour.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's just Owen Wilson's character, how he's portraying it, but he's like
This is
just
one
a
of my legit one of
connection
my
to him.
favorite Owen Wilson roles in
Yeah,
anything.
like,
This,
he's-
I love
he's
Owen
great.
Wilson in this show. He's great.
He's so good.
He really is. Oh no, this is like he doesn't have that voice where he constantly is gonna say like, "Wow," you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
It's
No.
actually like,
Yeah, right.
He's in it. Yeah, I'm like, oh hell yeah, man, you cooking, Mobius.
So that's the thing I'm most impressed about, and then we'll get into episode 3. But the second time there's been an evil AI character. Interested
man.
to see which one's gonna be the better one out
We're
of the
gonna
two.
we're gonna get to Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
That's why she's sitting
Evil.
right here.
Evil.
She's pretty
bitch.
diabolical,
Yeah,
huh?
evil
Oh,
bitch.
man.
She's still manipulating the other girl at the end too, like the way that they left us at end of 3.
Well, the thing, at least in my mind, is that. So I think that Miss Minutes knows more than Renslayer does, and whatever version you want to say of Kang knows more than Miss Minutes does. So it's just kind of like almost like a level of succession to me. You know what I'm saying? But things are going to break down real soon, especially the way episode 3 ended, which we're going to kind of get there. But the way episode 3 ended, she's like, yo, Renslayer, like, I got a little bit of truth and you're not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be, I'm very interested to see if we get another Renslayer variant. That's something that intrigues me.
Yeah.
Because we only know this one. She seems like she's been around for a long time and like her memory hasn't been wiped, which again, I heard a little theory online that I really, really liked. We'll get to that too.
Okay.
But there's a lot between those 3 characters, Kang, Miss Minutes, and Renslayer, that's like, you can spin this way, that way. There's so many theories, like who covers who knows what, who's playing who. How it all plays out is going to be mind-blowing no matter what, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like you can think about it 1,000 different ways.
Yeah. I have no idea which way it's going.
Exactly. Especially, like, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy.
But it was like they brought Kang back, and like that was that wasn't even what stole like the last episode. That was almost just like in the shadow, like
Of the episode 3?
yeah. It was just more so about.
There was a lot
Miss
going
Min-
on in that episode.
Yeah, just way more intrigued by
Miss Minutes?
like Miss Minutes and that storyline. And then it was like, oh yeah, and they brought Kang back.
So I even think back to like the finale of the first season. The last time that we saw Renslayer was like Miss Minutes basically like playing, not playing her, but pulling her along, you know what I'm saying? And then she does, was it episode 1 or 2 where they dropped the book off? Is that 2?
I think it's the beginning of 3.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
like it's like the intro to 3.
Yeah, I think so,
And
too.
then it's like a 60-minute episode.
No shit, really? Oh, wow. But like even that's Miss Minutes like pulling Renslayer in. So again, that kind of goes to that order of succession I was thinking about. I don't know. Renslayer, I think, has got a trick or two up her sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, she's already proved to be pretty resilient. Came back strong after getting dumped in the ocean or in the lake there.
I've heard in the comics that her and Kang have a thing. So
Like she helps him.
I think they have like a
More than
romantic
what's
thing.
on, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I think they have like a romantic thing, even like in the comics. I'm pretty sure. So that makes me also intrigued, which they hinted at in episode 3. There's a lot. There's a lot to unfold in these first 3 episodes.
Interesting.
Episode 1, though, let's start there. Like I said, we got the introduction of Ouroboros.
OB.
Yeah, that guy's a man. Yeah.
OB,
Bing
as I call
Bong
him.
from Indiana Jones,
Dr. Jones.
baby.
Short round.
Made his return for those that watched it, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Man, he was awesome in that movie. That was his big return there.
Yep. Also Goonies.
Was it?
Yeah,
He's
Goonies
also in
too.
the
Oh
Goonies.
yes, of course. Yeah.
Gotta mention.
Goonies, Indiana Jones. Yep, good call. No, good call.
Won an Academy.
Comes
For,
in.
Everything Everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, he was awesome.
One of the best speeches.
That
too.
movie
That speech was
fucking-
awesome.
That speech was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Too.
That movie's
Got
fucking
everybody.
awesome. That movie's awesome. The speech is awesome. He's awesome. Everyone in that movie. Everything about that movie is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
But we get introduced to Ouroboros. He's the guy that creates his TVA manual. He was wicked funny as soon as he got introduced. The Mobius scene where Mobius doesn't remember him and he's just like, oh yeah, like we stayed down here and talked. He's like, no, you left right away. There's a couple of other the same things, but I thought that was very funny. Right away, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, I'm so excited to have this guy in the Marvel Universe. I love it. He's a quirky little character. And then as the show develops, I'm starting to be very not even suspect in an evil way, but suspect in the fact that he might play a factor, not in a positive way. Even though it might not be
he's not
intentional.
gonna do anything. But no.
So I think
Come on,
it's
he's OB.
Yeah.
Come on.
I agree with you. It could
The
be
idea that
something.
he writes the TVA book and then the TVA book gets dropped on Kang, to me, is interesting.
Yeah.
Because at some point, there's a start point and an end point in time. However you want to play it in the middle. At some point, there's a start and
Who
end.
taught him everything?
Exactly. Exactly. So you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Like,
So to me, Ouroboros is, like I said, it might not be intentional. I'm not saying Ouroboros is a big bad guy. It might be unintentionally, but I think that he might unintentionally do something suspect that hurts. You know what I'm saying?
He's like Jar Jar Binks. He just
Yeah.
unintentionally
The true
does
Sith
stuff.
Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that fucks all up. But in
Yeah,
reality,
kind of,
but in
actually,
reality,
yeah.
he's a Sith Lord. I just think he's too lovable of a character and an actor.
That's why it's Loki. It's suspect. They don't it's on the radar.
Break my heart.
He's evil, and Kang.
Like I said, I wouldn't even say evil. I wouldn't even say evil.
Geeky Kang is the good guy. Right? He might be.
Oh, I don't know. Victor Timely.
Victor Timely. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about him. I feel like he actually might be like a genuinely good version.
It's hard to
tell. Who knows though?
The way he just dumped. I forgot her name already.
Renslayer? Burn up the boat?
Yeah.
Miss Minutes was in his ear.
Yeah. Or maybe
but it seemed like
the strings.
I don't know. It seemed like he had something in his head that he knew if someone said that to him, he had to lose them. I don't know. If someone said partnership to him.
Yeah, because that was early in the other scene. The fat guy that wanted to buy his machine, he was like, I want to offer you a partnership. He's like, no partnerships. But that's because he's a schemer. You know what I'm saying? But his whole concept is a schema. Like he's scheming Miss Minutes, he's scheming Renslayer, he's scheming Time, he's scheming everybody.
Right.
That's his whole game.
Yeah. I guess I didn't take that to be a personal trait of his because he was scheming at the time. But
oh yeah, because Miss Minutes even says it. She's like, you heard that word. Partnership.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's pulling this. Maybe he starts off with good intentions, and then it's Miss Minutes is pulling the strings and turns him, you know.
That's why I'm loving this show. That's also why I love Dark, and it's possibly my favorite show of all time. I love when shit does this. I love it. Yeah. I love the time loops and fucking. You haven't watched Dark, right? Oh, dude, you gotta watch Dark. Dark's incredible. I know you have.
Yes.
Dark's fucking. It's like I said. It's arguably
same concept.
It's not The Sopranos, but. It's really good. It's really good. Wow. It's only like 3 seasons too, and it's like there's no time where you're not like pencil and paper shit down because there's so much going on.
Hold up.
Yeah, there's never like a slow moment where you're fucking checking your phone or anything. You know what I mean? If you do, you're gonna miss something.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's a wild one.
Like that.
Oh yeah, it's great. But episode 1, like I said, right out of the gate, I was like, we're back. This is awesome. We also saw that. The finale of season 1, we thought Loki got sent into another universe. Turns out he wasn't. It actually was the same universe just earlier in time, which to me I found interesting because of how. So like the end of season 1, when he gets put back there, you see how like the TVA and like there's Kang statues everywhere.
Yep.
And then later on, when Loki's actually there in the present, it looks like a futuristic society. So at some point, Kang just like completely wiped out. Which you actually see Loki do the pruning of the wall, and it's like basically like fucking graffiti that when you wash it off, it's fucking all the Kang statues. That was interesting. I was like, all right, so at some point he decided to fucking, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, erase it or
right, to paint over everything. So like I feel like to me, like that jumped out to me. I was like, all right, there has to be a reason for that, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't think he would suddenly just be like, all right, I'm gonna wipe all of my statues and shit off of the walls and make it like a few, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I felt like there had to be a reason. I don't know what it is or when it's going to happen, but I feel like he's a pretty arrogant guy. I don't feel like he would just like cover up his own self for no reason. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't seem like him thing to do. Yeah. I think he likes to boast and kind of be cocky and arrogant. Like I said, I think.
I'm still confused by that though. Like the statues of him, like wasn't from the past though. Like because they burned away the wall and. Those are behind the wall.
I think that's exactly what happened to the statues. I think that's why it looks like in Loki season 1 when he gets to the TVA, like it literally looks like Utopia. Mm. I think that's because he just plastered over the whole thing. So when the season 1 ends and Loki gets pushed through by Sylvie and he ends up in the TVA and Mobius ends up not knowing who he is, but you see it's actually from the past. It's not from a different universe. That's why they do like the crack in the floor thing with the fucking chandelier.
Right.
It's to show that it's not a different universe. It's just prior. Which he already says, like, I'm going back in time, this, that, and the other thing, not going to a different universe. So he had to have just literally, that's why he prunes the wall and it fucking turns into the Kang statues. He must have at some point just plastered over the entire TVA from the end of season 1 where it's his statues everywhere to the Utopia society that we see.
Without the statues, yeah.
But like I said, I feel like there has to be a reason for that. I don't think it would just be a spontaneous thing.
Yeah.
But episode 1 was awesome. Episode 2 was very cool. There were some very things I liked. I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was that McDonald's fucking looked amazing back in like 1980.
Yeah.
Like it looked like top, like just a good
like
time.
you want to sit down there.
Hell yeah, dude. Which I thought was funny. She thought the same thing. She was like, "All right, I'm settling here, baby. This is cool. I like it here."
Yeah. Only 65 cents for a Big Mac, you know?
Yeah.
So she orders one of everything on the menu. What do you think it would cost if you ordered one of everything on the menu present day?
Oh,
You're getting close to $100, right?
I was gonna say over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah.
One of everything on the menu.
Fucking McChicken nowadays is like $3.99.
One.
Yeah.
Ain't no dollar menu
You
no
get
more.
a parfait and, you know,
You
apple
figure-
pie.
They got one of those old salads from back in the day. They'll give it the fucking fridge.
How many things are like
McRib.
on the menu now? The McRib. They bring back the McRib. Yeah, what season is it?
Yeah, exactly.
How many things are on the menu? How many things?
You get a 4-piece snug, a 6-piece snug, a 10-piece snug.
Yeah,
20.
20.
Does it work like that? That's interesting.
You have to.
It's on the menu.
You think
They're
so?
all they're all separately
One
on the menu. Yeah, they're all separate.
So you got what? How many like actual items? Like 12?
I like the value menu. Usually, like something
12
like
on the actual. You know what I'm saying? Like the value. Thing.
Like give me a
so,
number by 10.
if you do that right there, if it's 12, they all come in at $10. You're already at $120.
that. Yeah.
Plus like the dollar. Oh yeah, so you're talking a good chunk of change to get one of everything in a McDonald's menu.
gotta be
And it ain't
balling.
gonna taste the way it did in 1980. I bet that shit they fucking hit. I bet that shit
55 burgers, 55 pastas, 55. I'm doing something.
Nah, fucking Sylvia was a big part. She didn't really come in until the end of episode 1. It was a big Sylvia episode in episode 2. I don't like her as much as I did in season 1.
Yeah.
It was like she hit
Blonde.
her peak, and that was it. Yeah.
She's like fucking. I don't know. She's
I
just
thought it was
like
gonna be more. I didn't think she was gonna jump back into like being involved in this. I thought they were gonna show because I thought it was interesting that like she's the one that kills Kang at the end of the first season, and it's like she's not paying any repercussions for it. Like she's this whole new life. Like she's all about. She's at McDonald's and blown away. And it's like Loki doesn't do the killing, and he's the one that's struggling, going through time and this that. Yeah. So like I thought they were gonna kind of drag on a little bit more. Sylvia wanted to. She's like, I'm good with the life I have right now, and that's it. But it was just like season 2, episode 2, just right back into it,
Yeah.
which is fine. I'm not, it's just not like small critique, not critique, but just my opinion. I thought they were gonna have a little bit more.
Yeah, I hear
more
you.
Sylvia like wanting to live in this world and this that and the other. They bring up Kang. Again.
her
She's
time
like,
was
"All
cut
right,
short. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
her time was
But
definitely
then
cut very
she
short.
still popped back in at a random moment where she just
Yeah.
felt like fucking stuff up again, right? She just showed up at.
Oh, in episode 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. She ended up showing back up. She came back with
Right,
She
so-
went through with it. The end of episode 2, though,
mad.
when she's just sitting on the pickup truck, just like fucking. The only thing that was missing was her smoking a cigarette. Either that or having one of the tall pieces of grass.
Yeah,
Either one of
like
those would have
Gandalf
been awesome. Yeah, something. But she's just like out on her pickup truck outside of McDonald's, and the boss comes and you gonna be here tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, you betcha.
Absolutely.
I fucking was dying, dude. I fucking loved it.
Simple times.
Yeah, for real, no doubt. I love that. Yeah, that she fucking. That's how episode. It was the end credit scene for episode.
So the first,
1.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's her
the
at
end credits,
McDonald's. She's like, "What do you want?" She's like, "Everything."
I'm living here.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
I thought it was gonna be more so her warming up to that life.
That's hysterical. I loved it. But to me, I feel like the big one that we should talk about is episode 3. Episode 3 was a big one for me for a couple of reasons. It finally solidified the fact of what I've been saying, which even like what we were just talking about, I think to a certain point still, we're on Kang's timeline. And by when I say Kang, I mean the guy that we met at the end of Loki. He who should not be named. I mean, who should not be named. He who remains.
I do mix that up all the time.
Which is funny because I just talked about a Harry Potter draft.
Yeah.
My end's already next week. But we're on. I said it as soon as the finale ended for season 1. I was like, the whole thing to me seemed super weird. Like, he talks about how he basically is the dictator of time. He's seen everything through from one way to the other. And then at the same breath, very shortly after, he tries to say, he's like, oh yeah, we just crossed the threshold. Like, I don't know what happens here. It's just like,
Yeah, you do.
you literally just said the opposite. Like, it just happened a few minutes ago. You just said the polar opposite of that.
Yeah.
And then he takes his time watch, he takes it off. You see him, like, very diligently, like, put it, like, literally, like, if my phone was a thing, he very diligently puts it, like, exactly where he wants to put it. Obviously, the last person that puts any version of time into the time watch was him. Sylvie ends up like being the one that grabs it. She puts Loki through. Sylvie kills him, and it directly, like he said, I'll see you soon, because it directly leads to him doing exactly everything he already did and being on top. So it's like he played all of you like a fiddle, which is exactly what I was saying once the finale ended.
Yeah.
And we got like validation basically like for it in this episode, which made me feel very, very good. I'm not gonna lie. They came out right and said it. I was like,
So
all right,
no free will. They're all just doing exactly what they
right now
want to do.
Right now, I think yes. Right now, it seems very much that way, especially when they're showing us. I didn't think it was the beginning of episode 3, but you guys are right. The TVA handbook thing.
Yeah.
That means that we're very much playing by the original timeline. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Kang's original timeline, however you want to perceive it. Like he's already been through his steps, and he's now pushing himself to where he's eventually going to be. You know what I'm saying?
It's more so how we get to him being on top, not versus does the TVA accomplish what they
Ouroboros'
do.
goddamn handbook, man. Ouroboros is sketch.
It's about who.
Old dirty bastard. Middle initial D.
Baby, come on, baby, come on.
Sketch.
It's more so about how like who helps him get to being on top by the end, not does he finish on top.
Right. Because exactly. Yeah, I got you. So in this episode, we got Jonathan Majors back, episode 3. Guys, I don't think we have anything left for episode 2, do we?
I think the only thing was that I saw that the guy that they kidnapped from the other timeline and like hold him hostage.
Hunter B.
I guess
B5.
I guess in that
Bradley.
his like initial character that he was a movie star and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's like not a big villain of Thor, but in the comics, he's a villain of Thor.
Ah, cool. Brad.
That version of him being a superstar
Yeah.
and like a movie star, and I think he was like a werewolf or something like that, right? Like he was a wolf or something. I think
In episode 2, they did. They showed one of the movie posters from Eternals. My guy there, fucking. Oh man, I can't think of his fucking name.
Indian guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he was
fucking.
like-
Oh man, I can't think of his name.
I don't know his name.
Oh, it's killing me. Not his real name.
Yeah.
His name in Eternals. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? He's the
Unfortunately.
actor. No.
Yeah,
He's
no,
all the movies.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, I can't think of his fucking.
His real
name.
name's like Kumaji something.
I want to say. I'm thinking of like King's on my mind. but
Kingo?
something- Kingo. All right, so it's not far off.
Yeah.
Kings of Leon.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. But one of his movie posters
Kingo
is
Leon.
in that like one of the scenes where like you know what I'm saying?
That's a
it's like
funny
a movie
Easter
poster
egg.
where it's all lit up and shit because they're outside of a cinema. I think the first time we see him. Yeah, it's
That's
there.
funny.
It's there. Kingo, yeah.
So
I
they-
fucking dude, I defend that movie all the time. Eternals is a good movie. I
So
don't know
stuff like that. Are the Eternals only in the one timeline, or are they in every timeline? Like, I don't know.
No, I think the Eternals are.
But only in the.
It depends. No, I mean no, because Kang's not bigger than the fucking. What's Arsham? I can't think of the fucking. Oh man, I can't think of the name of those either. My brain's fucking shit.
Celestials?
Celestials. Thank you. Yeah. They're above Kang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Eternals are. I think they're like a big factor because they're like direct disciples. Basically, he created them.
Right.
There's still a dead Eternal floating around in outer space. Not in outer space, but they just like haven't talked about
I know.
Marvel at all.
The
Just
fucking
chilling, just chilling dead.
the one that came from the Earth was mad funny. The first time they referenced it was in She-Hulk, like in one of the little apps. It's just like body coming out of the fucking ocean. Fucking no one's talking about it. Yeah, that's off topic, but I like Eternals. I've already watched it a few times back over. Eternals is a good movie. It's a good movie. It might not be everyone's favorite like superhero movie, but like the way
Definitely not.
that movie.
No
first of
arguments,
all,
yeah.
fucking what's her name there? Fucking Chloe Zhao. She shot the fuck out of that movie because it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
like
no,
there's no denying. Like
yeah,
that
it
movie
does.
looks clean as shit. It looks awesome. Like I said, it might not be people's favorite, but I really like Eternals for what it is. I thought it was awesome. I actually really enjoyed it.
A lot of good actors and actresses.
Yep, good cast. First sex scene. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I'm Young Wolf's in it. I'm definitely gonna be prior to it.
Yeah. King of the North.
Yeah, can't help it. I'm privy to it. I'm privy to it. But anything else for episode 2? Because episode 3 is the big one.
Yeah, it's just a quick little thing.
All right, so let's get to episode 3. We get the return of Jonathan Majors, which is big. Big. We haven't seen him since Ant-Man when we saw him at the end of season 1, but Ant-Man wasn't great, but he was good in the movie.
Yeah,
he was good.
He wasn't the problem.
We see him as his new character, Victor Timely, which is the third different variation of Kang that we're going to see, and all three of them have been wildly different. And it seems like he's going to have his day in court coming up soon, and things are looking good for him, which is great. Jonathan Majors, aside from whatever happens there, is a tremendous fucking actor. Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy is incredible. To play three different variations, and they're all so fucking different. Yeah. He's awesome. Everything I've seen him in, he's been awesome. But this guy, man, he can fucking act. He really can. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, stuttering British, Einstein guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So jittery too, you know what I'm saying? Almost seemed like he had ADD, you know what I'm saying?
Still popping out of his suit with his Apollo Creed, or Adonis Creed biceps.
He was
fucking massive.
You can tell they're trying to hide him a little bit, but he's still 10-inch biceps.
You can only hope to contain it.
Very could have possibly been on steroids. Totally a possibility. Yeah. So big in Creed. Yeah. I haven't watched Creed 3 back. I actually should, because Creed 3 was really, really good. Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot.
I agree. That was really good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Jonathan Majors was fucking incredible. This episode was awesome. As soon as he came back on screen, it was awesome, because this was the end credit scene for Quantumania. Yep. Probably one of the best parts of the movie.
Yep.
So as soon as we saw at the beginning of it, we saw Owen Wilson and Loki and Mobius come through the portal, and they were in their little suits. I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, we're from that closing scene. You know what I mean? So I was like, I knew Kang was going to be in the episode. I was like, hell yeah. But it was chaotic from the TVA handbook thing right through Renslayer and Miss Minutes. That was funny. The Renslayer. You would have thought there would have been a little bit more tension there when Renslayer and Mobius meet back up outside of the showing. You know what I'm saying? And they're like we used to work together. That it was very playful.
Right.
Where if I was Mobius, which I guess is to Owen Wilson's character, Mobius is very playful in the show. I'd have been like, bitch, you already proved to me once and tried to prove me a second time. Not tried to. She actually didn't. She could have.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't want anything to do with it.
The scene with him doing the magic I thought was really cool. Not the magic, but you know what I'm saying. The energy machine, which ended up being a total ripoff. But that just comes straight from the TVA handbook. Those he just is given these ideas from machines, and he can't create them, but he just is able to build on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm very curious to see if if this Victor Timely ends up being, I would say it's more likely to be He Who Remains. I don't think Kang from Ant-Man's right on the table.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a possibility where he becomes He Who Remains.
I just hope it's just a variant of him. And now next time we see a different. It's time to start seeing different versions of Kang, versus how it was in Ant-Man, where it's just one version of him that they killed. It's supposed to be millions and millions of versions.
So
I just see different versions, different historical timelines of him.
The thing to remember though is that so when we go back to this time, they're on the main timeline.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They're on the main timeline. So. We don't know if He Who Remains is from the main timeline, but if I had to guess, I would feel like that's...
I would think so.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm thinking Victor Timely might eventually becomes He Who Remains.
Yeah.
And the jitteriness is kind of still there. He obviously loses the stutter, which happens, though. If you're an It fan, Bill loses his stutter, you know what I'm saying? People grow out of that. Honestly, I have a nephew. Shout out Jordy. Jordy used to have a little bit of a speech thing. Now he fucking yamma, 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 yamma. You know what I mean? People grow out of that shit. So, but there is that jitteriness to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He Who Remains had it. Victor Timely has it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the TVA handbook. That's the main timeline. That all seems like it could be very cohesive.
Yeah.
It seemed like when he was talking about the TVA handbook that got dropped through his window and stuff, that he wasn't stuttering. He was pretty smooth when he was
you'd have to go watch that back, but that'd be interesting to me.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to say.
I don't really think about that he would need to develop. I didn't think of him as maybe the Kang, the same one. So, but putting those two things together kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that right away, that concept of the Kangs intrigues me because some of these guys, I don't think they're all going to be totally separate, which they could be because that is kind of the value of Kang is that he is 1,000 different guys, right? But I do feel like they're gonna do at least some storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, it's random. It is kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be some kind of storytelling, the intertwining, exactly. Which is again kind of why I think this one works perfectly. But we'll see. Yeah. But totally different variation of the one we saw in Ant-Man. That's for sure. He was very confident. There was a swagger to him. Kind of reminded me of Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Very, very like I can take. Confident. Yeah. Which he already said he killed a bunch of Avengers in that movie. You got Michael B. Jordan, who's wearing those fucking awesome scars from all the guys that he's killed in battle and shit. So you know they're both fucking bloody savages.
Yeah. It's just like scene when he unveils himself to the Wakandans.
So I had two things. Let's start with number one. I had a theory that I saw online that I really, really liked. We know that the people that work for the TVA, they had their minds wiped. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Ramona, oh my God. Ramona, Race Slayer.
Yep.
She seems like her mind hasn't been wiped.
Yeah, no, she's been pretty consistent.
Okay. Now, there's been a lot of mentions intentionally. We've seen Mobius especially with this key lime pie. We went into the cafeteria and we saw that all the shelves in the cafeteria were only serving pie. There was nothing else. I saw a theory that the key lime pie, or the pies, is what's wiping all the memories of everybody at the TVA. Which I was like, that is a very cool one. He also had some shit to back it. Avengers Campus has added key lime pie to their menu. So that's it. He was like, this isn't some random thing.
No, he just likes key lime pie.
Yeah, exactly. It's if it's going to do it, there's almost a reason for it. And there was something else too. I think it was something that Renslayer says. That's against the. I know there's one that Loki. So Loki and Mobius had that scene together where they're eating, and Loki actually mentions how it kind of tastes funny, and he just eats the whipped cream, which kind of goes to that theory too. But there was something that Renslayer said. I feel that she was almost anti the pie, which furthered that theory.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it was though.
I just haven't seen it pop up that much otherwise. Yeah. I remember that scene that you're talking about, but...
Well, that's the thing, though, because think about it. If you hear key lime pie, you're just all right, fucking... You don't... You know what I'm saying? But if you actually stop paying attention to shit like that, that used to be me when I was watching back Thrones before the last season. Yeah. I remember, one of the things I texted you about was Peter Dinklage... not Peter Dinklage, Littlefinger. Peter. Mm-hmm. I remember I was it was mad late at night, and I was watching, I think it's season 4. And he's in the Vale. It is season 4. It's after Aunt Lysa dies. After he throws it through the moon door. Okay. They go fucking... what's the guy there who leads the Vale armies? I can't think of his fucking name. The old white guy there. He's been there forever.
Yeah. Bronzion Royce.
Leon, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Bronzion.
He goes, you had fucking family from foreign family, right? I had a grandfather from Bravos. And I remember hearing that, and I texted you. I think it was 11 o'clock at night. I was like, yo, Littlefinger's got a grandfather from Bravo. So I was like, he could be a fucking faceless man. I was like, who knows what's going on with this guy?
Just one line that, yeah.
That's the kind of, once you start listening for shit, when you get paranoid, which these people are online, that's what they start listening for, and they start focusing on, these little things.
Yep.
Your brain would never think, oh, pie, you like The Rock. You like pie.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, it's
some
the 10th time you read it or whatever, then exactly. Stands out to you.
You start paying attention to it. You start looking through it. Actually, you know what's another one? Is fucking shout out fucking Nate from Barstool. He did that Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic vlog. If you watch Titanic with the perception that Leonardo DiCaprio is the bad guy, and I ended up doing that. I was like, that's fucking creepy, dude. I was like, you're right.
Opens up your
Leo's
mind.
A scumbag. He's stealing guys' wives and shit. No, you're right. He's fucked up. Oh, that was the first thing, though. I thought that was a very interesting theory. I liked it a lot. I thought he had some, even if it's completely just ridiculous, I was like, that one's it holds some water.
I could buy it.
Yeah, especially, I said, the Avengers Campus thing, that's the thing that really got me.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really got me. They have those Pim particle drinks.
They're very good, too.
Everything's relative. You know what I'm saying? They don't just have fucking something random. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So to me, I feel all right, if they're adding that to that menu, there's something maybe there.
I think there's a big key lime pie population in California.
Exactly. Yeah.
Buy some stock though.
Yeah. Invest.
Key lime pie market's going to the roof.
Boom.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking people buying up limes in fucking bulk, dude.
Yeah.
New York Comic Con, I think it was New York, just happened, and I heard I think it was New York's Comic Con. The biggest costume I heard was like Loki, pretty much by far. That had some guy like Chainsaw Head, which is from anime, but I guess he's literally a guy with a chainsaw for a head, and it's like very bloody anime. But I heard there was a bunch of people like dressed like that too. But him and Loki, I guess, were like the two big costumes there. So
Interesting.
It's not really surprising because this show is so much better than everything else that's been on Disney Plus. But I think people are really. I saw another very cool theory actually. This wasn't just for like one episode, but I saw something that was because like Loki's had all of this experience with Kang and the TVA and all that. He's gonna come back. And either he or him and Thor together would like lead the Avengers, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!"
Sign me up.
I was like, "Yeah, Loki at the head of the Avengers after him being the main villain for the first Avenger movie."
Sign me the
I
hell
was
up.
like, "That would be so fucking cool, dude."
He's definitely on a good come up. He was definitely originally like a, I don't know, C tier Avenger. I don't know, or the character.
Yeah, he's a villain. Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's definitely top tier now. He's up there.
As soon as he was in that first, there was something that I got drawn to right away. I think it was probably Hiddleston. I mean, he's so good in the role. Like, he's very captivating. But just the God of Mischief, like, he's just so, I don't know. I liked him so much. Right away, I was like, all right, I'll take this guy over Thor any day. I was like, this guy's way cooler than Thor is.
Yeah.
But I love Loki. I love Loki. I would actually have his shirt on tonight if we weren't doing what we do in the end of the show. I got the Michael Myers shirt showing. But I'd have Loki going. Which actually brings me to my next point. Let's get to the big thing. Shout out to fucking Victor Timely and Kang, because let me tell you something. If Miss Minutes is throwing me those fucking playful cheeks and she's coming at me, talking to me about AI bodies and she's putting herself on mannequins,
Risk it all.
I would. Yeah, I'm all in, baby. Let's go, Miss Minutes. Like, if you want to clap, she got mad big she got mad big. I'm like, yo, can you control your body like that? Like, why are you talking about an AI body? Like, just
You're mad flexible, girl.
do you, girl. Yeah, like, what's up, Miss Minutes? Like, what we doing here?
I guess the accent is what's drawing you.
It's a lot of things. The accent, you know what I love? She's crazy enough to eliminate the competition. I love that. Like, she's ready to just kill this bitch. Like, just get Red Slayer out of here. I'm like, oh yeah, you crazy girl. Like, I feel that. I like that a lot.
She's
I'm
got
in.
those curves, you know.
Hey, all I'm saying is good for Jonathan Majors.
A round body.
I'd be like, all right, let's go, girl. Like, what are we doing here? You want a body? I'll give you a
A
body.
round body.
I'll give you a body, girl.
What time is it, baby?
Like I said though, if she can make herself big, why can't she fucking
Throw a set of tits.
yeah, come at me, dude? What's that? Was it Betty Boop there, black and white? Give at me like Betty Boop, man. Miss Minutes, she went black and white. At the World's Fair.
just like this one.
Hell yeah, bro. Give me Miss Minutes. Come at me, girl. Hit me up. I'm available.
Next to hentai guy, we got it.
I'm available. But no, fucking, I'm all in. These first 3 episodes have been banging. Honestly, I think I'm gonna check out episode 4 tonight. That's already almost fucking time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Eastern, yeah.
Any minute.
40 minutes. But only 3 episodes left. That's the only. I wouldn't even say disappointing.
I thought it
It's
was
not.
8.
It's not disappointing. It's not disappointing.
It's only 6 episodes.
I do it. Yeah, it is only 6.
Wow.
It is only 6.
But they're an hour long.
Exactly. They
Same
all.
thing you were
Yep.
just complaining about
Fit-
for
yep, exactly.
Ahsoka, yeah.
That's why I just said I take it. I almost take it back. Like I just bang, just bang, just bang.
Yeah, Ahsoka was probably 6 hours, 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they were
so we're getting
now.
6 hours,
Yep.
6 episodes. Yeah.
Yep. And now I'm very interested to see. I think Kang, or not even Kang, but I think Jonathan Majors in whatever variant that he is. I think he's going to be a consistent part of the rest of the season.
Yeah, I would think so.
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think he's in. And it seems like Marvel's sticking by him too, which like like I said, he's going to get his day in court very soon. I think it's coming up very, very soon. But it seems like things are pointing in the right direction, which I hope he does, man. Because like I said, he is so fucking good as he's incredible. He really is.
Recast
He's
would suck.
unbelievable. It would. It really, really would. Any other thoughts on Loki?
No, I'd just say you're the one that pointed it out to me, basically. But that's first scene where he pays a guy to up the bid for like his invention and stuff.
Yep.
and says he has new partners and stuff. I think that's meant to be telling about who he is a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He is a schemer.
Oh, yeah.
Always trying to do something else that he's not really letting on to. So,
which even happens with Miss Minutes at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
She thinks to themselves, like, she thinks she knows everything, which again kind of goes back to that pyramid that I was talking about. She thinks that she knows everything. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like, you were created by this guy. So if you don't think he's keeping things from you and he's keeping things from everybody, like, you're crazy. You can be AI all you want, but...
You're not the difference.
Yeah, no, for sure. No doubt.
yeah, he knew that how the little pad worked and everything that controlled her. And,
Who's the one that told Miss Minutes to go and drop the book there? Like, it was Kang. You know what I'm saying? It was Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
right. Some hidden message in the manual or something that's meant for, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I'm intrigued by it, but yeah, I definitely don't trust them. They make you want to trust them, but I think you have to go by those first. That intro scene shows how sneaky and deceiving he can be. So that's what you got to roll with, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
There's a lot like that way that's very like interesting because like Miss Minutes is the one that brought Renslayer. They dropped the book, but like at some point, Miss Minutes has to be created, which means that at some point, Miss Minutes has to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
Like an Ultron kind of thing?
Well, that would be incredible. If she's asking for a body and she ends up in Ultron, that would be fucking nuts. Because
that's kind of where I think it's going.
that would be crazy.
Like, obviously not actually Ultron, but like an AI thing that comes in that...
Oh, no.
Takes a shape
I'm
and-
thinking about like a different variant where Miss Minutes is Ultron, because that would be awesome. And that we
Bring
can do
Ultron
in the
back.
multiverse.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit we can do. A fucking Ultron with Miss Minutes would be fucking awesome. I'm all in on that, yeah.
Dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm all in on that. Ultron coming at me with a British accent as Miss Minutes, I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Still risk it all.
What's up? Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else for Loki? Anything else y'all want to get to? Ouroboros a little sketchy for me.
Yeah,
I got my key lime theory out there. One of my notes is just Miss Minutes wood.
Cole,
She round. Them curves.
Yeah, no. Episode 4 tonight. We'll probably talk 4, 5, and 6. Probably the next time we talk to you guys, because we're doing Harry Potter next week.
Harry.
Then we got week off. Then we got yeah. I'd say the next time we'll talk to you guys will probably be the last 3 episodes. From there, we got a couple of MCU rumors, and then we're going to get into our activities for the night, which are rolling good. We're just over an hour. I only got a couple. First one is a bad one. Deadpool, which I would imagine is the most anticipated Marvel movie coming up. I mean, it's mine.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I would think we're pretty in agreement on that.
Yeah. Gonna step it up.
It looks like it's going to be delayed outside of the strike. So the writer strike ended. The actor strike is still ongoing. But Disney is basically like refusing to pay their actors the salary that they want. So Deadpool looks like it's going to be delayed further, which sucks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, we were done with this.
Yeah. And from what I have seen online and a little personal speculation, it seems like if Deadpool is delayed, it's going to delay the whole timeline.
Whole operation.
Because things that happen in Deadpool directly affect things that come after it. So unless there's a whole bunch of rechanges, like one thing so Deadpool is supposed to be this spring, 2024
Yeah,
spring.
May, I think. Yeah.
May. That I think is going to now be Captain America, which makes sense that Captain America would have no
Yeah, he wouldn't
tie
have
into
any
any of
correlation
that story
with this.
at all.
Yeah.
Because
You
that's
gotta
going
build
to
them
be
up.
totally different characters. I
Yeah.
think the Hulk's supposed to be a big part of that movie. Obviously, Anthony Mackie's going to be a big part of that movie. I would imagine at some point in that movie, Bucky is going to leave because he's going to end up at the Thunderbolts. So I'm thinking
Right.
at some point he's
Yeah.
going to leave Anthony Mackie because they ended the Falcon and Winter Soldier basically together.
Yep.
So they're going to get separated at some point. So that I think is going to be moved to spring, and then Deadpool's going to be at whatever point, like maybe the fall.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Wishful
I think
thinking.
I think that like pauses everything else basically.
Yeah. I guess that's a good thing, though. That means Deadpool's involved, going further. Wolverine's involved, going further.
Yep.
So
I also think that
means,
there's
it means that they have a say.
the fact that he's so involved with time. We're dealing with Loki right now. It almost aligns perfectly. People have already speculated that Loki is going to be involved with Deadpool or like the X-Men, something like that. I mean, we left Deadpool 2, which wasn't even signed through the Marvel Disney deal yet, and he had the Time Watch and he was flipping through universes and shit, which he ends up with like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and shit, and now it seems like they're going to be fucking around more. I've heard speculation that they could they could just cameo in Loki. I've seen that online.
Ooh.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That would be awesome. Yeah. That'd be a get out of your seat moment right there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna pour some gasoline on your best show, that's what to do.
That would be a great way to do it.
Yep.
Especially even if it is like they do that sometimes. Like even if it's like in super passing, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like Loki's got the Time Watch and he's just trying to get back somewhere and he's just flipping through.
Yeah, I don't care if it's
quick.
8 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just
how,
flips in. It's fucking Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
That's
just
how Wolverine's cameo in the first X-Men, the latest one. You know where they're recruiting all the guys?
Oh, he's in the bar.
And then he ends up in the bar.
Yeah, he basically tells him to go fuck off.
Yeah.
That scene's awesome.
That's like 20 seconds.
That's a great scene.
That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Or just like a Spider-Verse pop.
He literally tells him, he doesn't say fuck off.
Yeah, he does.
Does he say fuck off?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, no, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
But that's bad news. Likely delayed, like I said, which likely delays all of the MCU.
Well, I think
gotta be expected.
the movie being delayed does suck, but hopefully, like I said, that does mean that
Good things for the MCU.
Deadpool and Wolverine will be more involved in the MCU.
Oh, I think
they wouldn't push
massive.
They wouldn't push the rest back if they didn't. If it didn't mean that they were being incorporated, I would hope.
Yeah.
So one of my issues, and other people too, is that MCU is spreading themselves too thin. But I think going forward, especially after Secret Wars, is I think they're going to have almost different branches. Like, I think there's going to be a Young Avengers storyline where you see the Young Avengers effectively fighting on their own platform, completely separate from everybody else. And then I think there's going to be a street level, because Daredevil's coming in, the Punisher, John Barenthal, is supposed to be coming in. Deadpool is the same area, supposedly. You got, I don't know if Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be involved in that. But Luke Cage is there, too, if you want to bring Luke Cage in. Jessica Jones is there if you want to bring her in. Those are both Marvel characters. You can do a street level. Ghost Rider's another one too. You can do like a street level, kind of like a hardcore Marvel,
Without bringing everybody
exactly,
in. Yeah.
like their own section, and then you can have kind of like
branches.
Exactly, like you got Doctor Strange and Wanda and all of that magic shit over here, kind of thing, which I think is kind of what they're going to be doing.
Shang-Chi will go over there too.
Yeah, exactly. Mystical fucking, you know what I'm saying? And occasionally for Avenger movies, they'll,
if needed,
re-team up. Yeah. Exactly. Kind of like what we did in Phase 1 and 2 with the Avengers, but rather than just being like one guy, like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, you're going to have like basically like little teams, little tag teams coming together. You'll have the Young Avengers with the street level guys, with the fucking Mystic guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like that.
Maybe that's what they're doing with Ahsoka, getting the other galaxy going with some storylines, and then they'll.
It seems like that. Yeah, I
that's
think
something in the books is like some of the villains coming from another galaxy. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what they're doing with Ahsoka. Mando, that's why Filoni and Favreau, they're tied to those projects. I think they're intertwining those characters. Like I said, I know that there was a movie just announced about them. I don't fucking remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But I know that was just announced.
Huh. I can't believe I missed it.
It happened not that long ago.
I mean, I know that they are doing a Mando season and then a Mando movie.
I think the Mando movie got changed to this.
Okay.
I don't think it's like just the Mando movie now.
Okay.
I think it's like I said, it's in between the original trilogy and the new trilogy. I think it's basically, it's not fucking Rise of the Empire, obviously, but it's something similar to that.
Dawn.
The birth of a new empire. I can't think of it.
That's the name of Planet of the Apes, I think. Dawn of an Empire or something.
Dawn of the yeah. I can't fucking think of it. I've heard that trilogy is amazing. I've never seen any of them.
Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, I've never seen those.
They're really good.
I've heard that they're amazing.
You'll like it.
They're on my list. They are on my list. I got to do that.
Caesar.
Right after Halloween season ends. Which we finally arrived, folks. It's Halloween week. Very exciting.
Let's go.
Things. Very exciting time.
You handing out candy?
Yeah, probably. I ain't got shit to do on Halloween, and my neighborhood gets a good amount of trick-or-treaters, so I'll probably be handing out them candies. I ain't got nothing else to do.
Same.
Sad. Deadpool. Let's see. What do we have after that? Oh, yeah. We have a bunch of rumors that just came out yesterday. But they've been coming from a few different reliable sources. The Marvel's end credit scene is supposedly going to have Kelsey Grammer's The Beast from X-Men in it.
Ooh. Huh.
Supposedly.
Like same the Kelsey Grammer?
Kelsey Grammer as the Beast, his version.
Oh, jeez.
He's having a year, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Frazier coming back.
Yeah.
Beast coming back.
Yeah, see, it's funny you say that. There might be something there.
He's having a year.
Yeah, there might be something there. But like I said, it's been reported by a few sources, and some of them are pretty legit, that Kelsey Grammer's Beast is going to be the end credit scene for the Marvels. And that would really break things open. Especially when you already have Wolverine coming in Deadpool. If you start introducing a few X-Men here and there.
Yeah, I mean, you already have with Charles Xavier, right? Illuminati.
That's right. Yep, we had the Illuminati version. Yep, that's right. So, it's actually funny you say that. In episode 3 of Loki,
I think I know where you're going with this, but yeah, go ahead.
they introduce, like, Thor's half-brother. It's like something the Brave, because Mobius knows him. It's like, not Bravos. It's something like that, though.
Yeah, Brodus or something.
Brodus the Brave or something. Like, Mobius is like, oh, yeah, I know him.
The
Brodus
third
the
statue
Brave.
when they're at the World Fair.
The third statue. I heard, again, all rumors and speculation. I heard that he was originally supposed to be a part of the Illuminati in Multiverse of Madness, and they wanted Daniel Craig to do it.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, he was. They had him like they wanted to get him in for it and shit like that. Which if it gets that far, I'm like, when it gets that far, I'm like, all right, I believe this rumor. This is too far down the rabbit hole.
Who is just coming up with that?
Exactly. Yeah, like we're too far down for this to be fake.
Yeah.
But I did see that one too. That was a wild one.
I think the other one I saw a side by side of the one I thought you were going was it's one of the scenes in season episode 3 where they like open a door and
Loki.
Yeah, and they run it side by side with how when Charles Xavier is in his like the thing where he has the
Cerebro.
The Cerebro.
Thank you. And like the door opens
Well done.
literally exactly. It looks like the door and opens up like the
Like the
door.
X-Men door
exactly
thing?
how it does. Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
So it could just be nothing, but
Cerebro.
Interesting. I think the X-Men and the Fantastic Four just go hand in hand. And the Fantastic Four are obviously coming shortly. So I feel like...
yeah, we casted
far
them.
behind, man. Yeah, we're getting there real soon, baby. We're real soon.
I got a lot of options. I haven't really made a lot of decisions on who to cast, though.
I have 2 different ones.
Okay.
Which we're actually... I guess we're pretty much there at this point.
Yeah, let's get to it.
That is the most intriguing part of the Marvels, though.
I
the
like
Kelsey Grammer's Beast in there. Because I have
Yeah.
no interest in the Marvels.
I just hate
But
that.
if you have that, I'm like...
I just hate that I have to watch the whole
Okay.
the whole Captain Marvel movie
Okay.
to
Yeah,
potentially see that.
Well, I think there's been a lot like that. I think because they know that there's not much hype around that movie. I've seen a lot of leak. I think not even intentionally because I have most things muted on Twitter, but I've seen that. I think like the end of this movie that the girls are kind of be like in set like. Basically, the whole movie seems like they kind of constantly be like switched over and shit from different universes. I think at the end of the movie that they're going to be like all in different universes. Yeah, I think like Monica Rambeau is going to end up somewhere that's like I think one of them could possibly, if they show the Beast, one of them could end up like in the X-Men universe.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Monica
they
Rambeau.
could end up at fucking oh man, what's the X-Men compound that you were just talking about?
Like at the school?
The school, yeah. They could end up like right there, the Charles Xavier fucking school or whatever.
Yeah, true. I like it. I think that's where they're going. They're gonna be missing out if they don't combine these valuable franchises.
I'll tell you one thing, man. If you want people to start caring about the Marvels and this movie and stuff, not even the movie, but their characters as a whole, tying them directly to X-Men, definitely do it. It'll definitely do it, man.
Yeah.
People will definitely come if you're gonna tie them directly into introducing X-Men. People will gather. Yeah. People will gather. in flocks. So let's get to the next rumor, which was one of the activities. We have 2 activities left before we close up tonight. One of the rumors is that the Fantastic Four has casted their Fantastic Four, and they are just waiting on the actor strike to end before that they announce it. So I asked both my guys here to cast their dream Fantastic Four. I have 2. I have a realistic one that I followed by the rules, and then I have one that I just love. That's wildly ridiculous, but I had so much fun doing it. So I'm very excited to see what you guys have in store. Who wants to start things off?
I can go first.
Yeah.
All right, Moose, let's start it off.
That's my ideas. I don't really know who I would actually choose, but...
All right, so the one that I came up with, so I included Doctor Doom too because I feel like you have to.
Oh, I already know who I'm gonna. You know what?
I was trying to think of
Go write that right quick.
trying to think of something of my own, but just the amount of times I've seen like the fan theories and like pictures of what he could potentially be, I'm all in on. So I would have Cillian Murphy as Doctor Doom. Like that's the easiest.
I literally just wrote it in.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
That's great.
That's hysterical.
Seeing the fan pictures of it and all that.
Oh, it's
like,
awesome.
Sucked me right in.
Especially after I just saw it. Like, I mean, we saw him in Scarecrow. He's it's a weird villain though to play. But after seeing him in Oppenheimer and like what he did, I'm just like, just cast him in everything.
Yeah.
Just cast him.
I did at first. I did like the Adam Driver theory, but then I just keep remembering like how much of a pussy they made him in Star Wars. So I couldn't catch on.
You know what's crazy is I like a bunch of like Adam Driver movies, and I constantly don't like Adam Driver.
Yeah. They just make him.
It's just weird.
Make him a puss.
The Last Duel was awesome. Can't stand Adam Driver.
Fair.
Yeah.
Not even like that he was bad in the movie. Kind of like Star Wars, actually. It's not even that he was bad in Star Wars.
No,
I just hated his fucking character.
Right, yeah.
It's the same thing in The Last Duel.
Is.
It's not like he's bad in the movie, because actually he's good in the movie.
Yeah.
His character just fucking sucks. Like, he's just a little twat.
They make him bad.
Yeah.
It's very hateable.
He does. He has that face. It's a fucking hateable face. Yeah, you do. Just like, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So like I couldn't think of anything other than them just making him look like a bitch eventually as Doctor Doom. So I couldn't do it. But Cillian Murphy, I've seen some photos.
That'd be awesome
on that. So I would like a little bit younger cast overall. So Mr. Fantastic, I actually struggled with the most, but I'm gonna go with Taron Egerton.
Oh, okay.
Who is,
I like that.
in the Kingsman.
Oh yeah, no, he was awesome in Kingsman.
Yeah, there's a bunch of theories that he would be another Wolverine. Is what I saw, like a younger version of Wolverine.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
So I could see that a little bit. I was back and forth between him and I had somebody else too, but I couldn't picture him with a haircut and putting on a suit. Would be Timothée Chalamet. It was who I was going back and forth with
For Fantastic?
for Mr. Fantastic. Yeah,
I had both those guys as Human Torch, maybe.
Wow,
there we go.
Hey, this is gonna get funny here, fellas. Continue.
So yeah, that would be mine. So for Sue Storm, we talked about her in the past. She's catching on a lot, like her. I'm gonna go Anna Taylor-Joy for Sue Storm.
Okay.
I guess she was in
Like that.
New Mutants, X-Men. However, that was when Fox had the rights.
That movie was terrible. I heard.
So they could,
Awful.
yeah, that's exactly. So
Yeah.
they kind of like how
That one's
Chris
stricken
Evans
from the record.
Chris Evans was the Human Torch. They brought him back, so they could kind of do the same thing with her if
Yeah.
if
In the
need be.
multiverse, we can do anything.
Yep, exactly right. And it is the multiverse.
Just another variant.
Human Torch. This one, it's outside the box because they're related to Sue Storm. But you know what, Marvel, you can fucking figure it out on your own. We talked about this guy in the past. Somebody, if he has the right role, his charisma and everything is very good. But when he does, he doesn't. So I feel like if he was the Human Torch, he would be very charismatic and be good. John David Washington. I'm gonna go with for him. I think he could. I think he could kind of be that arrogant.
Figure it out.
Yeah, right. Like the arrogant Ricky Jarrett that we like from Ballers, but he can't have a serious role. So like he wouldn't be,
JDD.
Mr. Fantastic. So I think he could be like kind of that comic relief, but also like the arrogant thing that I like.
But yeah, he is the little brother of Invisible Woman.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that
Gotta
they're gonna have to figure that out. But again, I just cast. You guys can figure it out. That was the exercise.
Either white face or black face. Take a pick.
Exactly. The Thing. I'm gonna go with Jesse Plemons for The Thing.
Oh man.
I don't know why. No offense, he's just not a very attractive dude.
Honestly,
so you don't have.
if you de-age Jesse Plemons, he could be the Torch.
Yeah.
If what's he now? He's got to be mid to late 30s, probably, right?
Yeah, I would think
Jesse
so.
Plemons.
You're a big DH guy?
Well, we'll get there.
I just, no offense, he's just not a very attractive dude. So you make him just a, big hunk.
Yeah, kind of like a troll.
How old Jesse Plemons? Look up Jesse Plemons' age.
He's probably 35.
If you take like a young, like early Breaking Bad Jesse Plemons, I could see him being the Torch. I could see it. I'm not necessarily saying it'd be great, but I could
35.
see it.
Based on this picture, you're gonna need a lot of fucking work to make this guy look like
Oh,
fucking
shit.
Human Torch.
I'm not fucking thinking of Jesse. What's the kid from Breaking Bad?
Well, he's in Breaking
Aaron
Bad
Paul?
too.
Aaron Paul. That's what
He is in
Jesse
Breaking
Plemons
Bad.
in Breaking Bad?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, no
Like
shit.
the late couple seasons. That's why I was.
Oh, I'm a fucking moron.
That's why I
was
think
thinking
that's
of-
why I went along
All
with
right,
it.
my bad.
Yeah, right.
My bad. I'm an idiot. I was thinking of Aaron Paul.
Look at this guy. Look at him though. He's not a very
Oh,
attractive
I
guy.
love Jesse Plemons. I don't know my brain, dude.
Like a blockhead. Like I don't know. Michael Chiklis is the last thing. You know?
Kind of looks like a Trump a little bit.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Little
So
Trumpy.
I don't know. I think he'd be a good thing.
I love Jesse Plemons.
Nice. I like those picks.
You're gonna have to break out the checkbook to sign those guys, but again, that's not my problem.
Yeah. That's smart.
You guys figure it out.
Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to go next just because I have a real one, and then Luke can go, and then I'll pull up my fake one.
Okay.
So for my real one, I had two choices for Mr. Fantastic. I love John Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
So I would be very cool with Krasinski coming in and being Mr. Fantastic. The other one is a personal choice that I love. I could see, and he was already in the Fantastic Four that tanked, I could see Miles Teller coming back and being Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
I think Miles Teller is awesome. I think the Fantastic Four movie did not in any way struggle because of the cast. The movie sucked. Like it wasn't. It wasn't because of Michael B. Jordan or Miles Teller or fucking my girl from The Teacher there. Like it wasn't their fault. Like the movie it sucked. It was a terrible movie. It's not. It wasn't because of bad acting. You know what I'm saying? So I could. Which is funny. That's why I picked the both of them together. Is because they've both been a version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could see either of them coming back as the Fantastic Four, and I'd be good with it. I love Miles Teller. You know I love Miles Teller. He's got the hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing is that Miles is best when he can be cocky and arrogant.
Yeah.
And Mr. Fantastic is the exact opposite of that. He is quiet.
He's like the
humble.
literally the smartest guy in the fucking
kind of
universe.
know-it-all.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's literally-
smart. But
literally
he's not
like
like
the
Iron Man.
smartest-
He's not like Tony Stark, who's like playboy
Call people
billionaire
stupid.
philanthropist.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mr. Fantastic, like I said, he's humble. He's quiet, which is why I thought the WandaVision. No, I keep saying WandaVision. Multiverse of Madness. I thought Krasinski was good.
Yeah, he was.
I thought he fit very well.
I think if you had him, you would have to pair Emily Blunt as Sue Storm.
So I did not do
that's
that.
that's a package deal.
even though
That's
that
the
was the
best.
thing.
That's a package deal.
I decided
or Pam,
not to do that.
Or Pam Beasley is.
Yeah.
I went
Beneficial.
with a girl that I love, who I think is an up and coming star, is Judy Comer. She's an absolute stud. I think she's awesome. She was in Free Guy. She was in The Last Duel, which I just referenced. She was by far and away the best part of The Last Duel. She was fucking incredible. She was nominated. She didn't win, but she was nominated for an Oscar for that. I think she would be great in the MCU. She's only like 30 years old, so I feel like that falls right in line with where Sue Storm should be aged. So I think she'd be perfect. For the Human Torch, I went with Rudy Pankow. He is most known for Outer Banks on Netflix. He's an up and coming guy. People seem to like him, and I feel like he's got that vibe. He's got the look. He's got that. You know what I mean? Kind of like not give a fuck. Kind of. You watched Outer Banks?
No.
No. You watched? None. Neither of you. All right. He's not John B. Who
Talos
sucks.
loved it though, right? I remember you guys.
Oh yeah,
riffing on it on this show. Yeah.
It's a great bad show. You know what I mean? Like you realize you're not sitting there watching an Oscar show, but it's amazing.
But you know it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great. But I feel like he'd be a great Torch. He's got in Outer Banks, he shows that he's got like the charisma, because obviously the Human Torch is a very likable, uppy character. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's got that ability. He's got that energy. He's got that charisma. So I think he'd be great. And then for the Thing, my guy, Tom Hardy. I think Tom Hardy would be a great Thing.
Nice.
He was awesome as Bane. I think that, like you said, Michael Chiklis, he'd be an older guy and no problem at all. I think Tom Hardy, he's stocky, he's got that look. I think he'd be great. I think he'd be awesome as the
I
Thing.
could see him as a Doctor Doom more the Thing. I think he'd be a good Doctor Doom.
Yeah. That's the one thing. Hardy's like, he manages to be tall as like Bane and stuff, but he's really only like 5'9".
Dude, in
He's a small
Bane,
dude.
they fucking had like 8-inch steels that they were selling on.
Yeah.
He talked about the foot pain. They were fucking so
I
massive.
bet.
He was walking on Cinnablox, dude.
Yeah, 'cause he's not a big. I mean, he's ripped, big wide guy, but
He was saying
he's
like
5'9".
carrying the fucking things that he was standing on was fucking like killing his feet. He was just like, I'm carrying fucking 10 pounds of weight under my foot, dude.
That's made him talk like that.
Oh, he was awesome as Bane.
Yeah, he was great.
Awesome as Bane. Some people have their thoughts on fucking Batman Return. Is it Batman? No. Yeah. No.
Dark
Dark Knight Rises. There you go. Dark Knight Rises. Some people didn't like it, but I don't think even if you don't like it, I think everybody liked Bane.
Yeah,
He was
Bane
great.
cool. I was born in the darkness.
Yeah, he was awesome. You were Bane when you Halloween.
Yeah, it was. Actually came up on my timeline.
You still have that mask?
No, I wish.
Oh man, that mask was cool.
I wish.
That was a cool mask.
So I got a couple more ideas for the cast. Like I said, I didn't have much conviction. I think I'd maybe be the idea guy on the casting team, not the final decision guy.
Okay. Just pitching them.
But
throwing 'em out there.
but some Mr. Fantastic ideas. I feel like Chris Pine maybe could be good.
I do like Chris Pine.
Too old maybe. I don't
Well,
know.
Mr. Fantastic, I do feel like it's an older character.
Yeah,
I think
Chris
I'm
Pine's like 40. Like I don't know.
The fact that they're bringing him in though fresh, they could go younger. You know what I
They
mean?
can do whatever they want, really.
Yeah.
One that Nick might either love or hate: Bradley Cooper. A serious Bradley Cooper?
No.
No. Okay. Matt Smith.
No. I don't want Bradley near.
Eric Bana.
Ooh, Matt Smith.
Smith would be
Matt Smith?
nice. Yeah.
Oh man, I like that one a lot. Actually, he definitely has that look. I feel like.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
All right. I don't know if he can grow a good beard or not. I'm imagining him as Doctor Who and Damon Targaryen, but maybe needs a little
Yeah, they
bit
can
of
figure
action.
that out.
Yeah,
Got it.
Fucking who played him in the original Fantastic Four there with Alba and Chris Evans? He didn't have a beard. He was
true.
clean shaven.
Yeah.
true.
Can't think of his name, but
Yeah, I can't even.
he's in the Titanic.
He is in the Titanic.
Horrible bosses too.
I still think
He was in the guy they come in to do wet work.
That's right. Good call. That's right. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, that's funny as shit. I'm sorry. Continue.
it's okay.
Good call.
I still think Krasinski and then Emily Blunt would be the best.
That'd be a good one
That
too.
was it
That'd
would be.
a good
It
one,
would be a
too.
good one.
But
It would be.
Alexandra Daddario maybe for Invisible Woman.
That'd be hot.
Ain't nothing invisible about her.
I don't know if she can do action movies or not, but
Yeah.
She got bombs.
she's hot. She's got some poise. You know, she's also a woman now. She's 35 or whatever, and she ain't like a little young actress anymore. She can be
No,
a
I hear you.
woman.
I hear you, baby.
Human Torch. I had Egerton and Chalamet.
No shit.
But then one that you would like, Austin Butler maybe.
Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, Austin Butler can do a torch.
I like that
I
one.
like that one too.
All right.
Great call.
I like that one too. That's two now. I like that one too.
All right, then I got a bunch for the thing, but Liev Schreiber again, who you mentioned
Okay.
for
Yep.
Balin's Skull.
Yep.
Vin Diesel.
See, I think I like him better for the thing.
Yeah.
I think I like him
be good.
better. For
He's
the
also
thing.
not a big
He's got
stature
more
guy,
of that
right.
look.
But he
yeah, he's stocky.
He did
He's
Wolverine's
thick.
brother and
Yeah.
the origins
He's
movie. He was
Sabretooth.
good.
A young Wolverine, I could see that too.
But Vin Diesel, Channing Tatum, maybe. If you want to go another route, Terry Crews.
He's just dancing the whole time. Is the thing.
I love that one. Terry Crews is my favorite. Oh, I love it.
Book it.
Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I had the guy that plays the Hound as well, Rory McCann. But
For
for the thing, yeah.
I know that would work. All right, so
I'm a pitch. I'm an idea guy, not a decision guy.
no, you had some good ones. No, you had two
Love
ones that I
Austin Butler.
really like. Austin Butler, I really like.
Right? And Matt Smith.
And then Matt Smith, I really
I do
like
like that one too.
Matt Smith I really like that one.
I think
a
he
lot.
has some traction actually. Like a lot of people are pushing for him to get it.
Yeah, he's got that look to him, like tall, slender, like
Yeah.
I could see him fucking waving his fucking arms and shit.
Very Targaryen.
That's good. I know. I really like that one. I like that one a lot.
All right, lock it in.
So I did another one, which is funny because you guys both mentioned Chalamet. So for Mr. Fantastic, I wanted to age up Chalamet. I wanted to age him up a couple
Nobody's
years.
done that yet.
Yeah, I wanted to age him up a couple years. Then for the Human Torch, I wanted to de-age Ryan Gosling.
A young Goss?
I wanted like a Notebook version of Ryan Gosling. Give me like the Notebook Gosling.
Ideal.
Then for Sue Storm, I went with Leslie Mann.
Okay.
What the hell?
All right.
I thought Leslie
George of
Mann
the Jungle.
would be a good comedic value. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So Sue Storm's always stuffy. You know what I'm saying? Like they made Jessica Alba her because she was hot because Sue Storm's stuffy. You know what I'm saying? You got to give her some. Leslie Mann,
She's funny.
she's hysterical.
I like her and everything
She's
she's in,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, you fucking her just shooting the shit as fucking Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Plus her and fucking Ryan Gosling, a de-aged Ryan Gosling.
Don't forget
The tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the charts.
And then last but not least, the thing, Peter Dinklage.
Like
Peter Dinklage.
6 foot tall Peter Dinklage.
Whatever you want to do. You want to make him,
how
you
he-
how he
want
was-
to
are we
make
gonna
him
hide
the
up?
mini thing. You want to make him really good. Just think if Peter Dinklage went from this, and all of a sudden he was just like, "Rah!"
They made the giant in
They did in fucking Avengers. That's right.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! In Infinity War, there.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Infinity War.
I love it.
I thought Peter Dinklage's thing would be hysterical. Just him waddling around, and all of a sudden he's just bigger than everybody else. It'd be awesome. It'd be mad funny. I'd love it.
Love the comedic.
The short man syndrome or whatever. He's got the big angry guy inside him.
Yeah, exactly. Gosling, mad charismatic. He'd be a great Torch. Chalamet in like 10 years would be a great Mr. Fantastic.
I like it.
Again,
Have
we just book it. You figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know, have we had aging up digital yet? I feel like we've had makeup aging up. I don't think we've done
Definitely
digital.
aging down.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
But aging up, I don't think we've seen. I think that's new.
Yeah, it had like Chris Evans was right. The end of Captain America. I mean Avengers.
Oh, good one.
Aged
Dude,
him up.
great call.
Good pull, good pull.
Duh. Great pull. Yeah, no, that's a great call.
Yep.
Great call.
Or maybe like I don't know if in Interstellar, if that's an old aged up Bryce Dallas Howard at the end of the movie or not.
I gotta be
Just
honest,
old
I don't
lady.
even remember the end of that movie.
Yeah, I'd have
because
to rewatch it.
I hated.
Fucking McConaughey comes back and his daughter's like 120.
Yeah.
And he's the same age.
Yeah.
Then when he's like, no,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
the ending
like the
sucks.
gift goes.
After that.
One of the most
No!
overrated movies of all time. Right up there.
Oh yeah, he comes back and sees his daughter that he's 75 years younger than. And I wasn't sure if they aged up Bryce Dallas Howard if they found an old lady.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But
I don't know.
well, we never know.
That was fun though. I think we're gonna try to do more things like this. Yeah, the next one's gonna be good too. I think, but little activities. I like activities because
Yeah.
But no, I think you had some good ideas. I think you had some good ideas.
Yeah, get us in a pitch meeting.
I'm very interested.
Yeah,
in
talk
seeing
to me.
Let's go Minahan.
Talk to me, Marvel.
Yeah.
The one that I would most want, honestly, I think is Jodie Comer. That's the one I'd want the most. I think her as Sue Storm would be great. I think she's awesome too. I'm a big fan of her. I don't hate the Anya Taylor-Joy though. I mean,
Yeah, I like that one too.
she's pretty much.
Love Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, I love her. Her and Florence Pugh are like the two for females.
Just put a rocket on him and just just send him to the moon.
Yeah, a lot of don't get me wrong. I love Zendaya. I think she's really good. Like I would, the two of them I think are on a different level as far as like young actresses.
Yeah.
I think they're both incredible. Jodie Comer though, she's only 30, so she's I mean obviously a little bit older than them, but she's a stud. She's a stud.
It would be cool to have a what's his name? Human Torch, who's like younger, like kind of maybe more like Peter Parker's age or something.
That's why I went with Pink Cow.
Yeah.
He's probably, I'd say like early 20s, maybe 23 or something like that.
Cool.
Let's see here. 25.
Cool.
Perfect. He's got the look, got the hair, got the, like I said, got the charisma. I think he'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd obviously be a big step up from what he's done, but I mean, Marvel fucking gets randoms all the time. But that was fun. I liked that. I thought we both like all good ideas. Some good ones.
Terry Crews, book it.
Terry Crews was funny. I liked that one. Him and Peter Dinklage gonna have a fight.
He's just
We'll make Terry Crews the Human Torch. Peter Dinklage will be the thing. All right. So was it?
Just imagine him as the thing, just and I need you. That's too funny.
That is. He would do that as a thing. Like he would just be like, that'd be an end credit scene. The thing would be like sitting. His feet would be dangling above the water. He'd be like sitting like oceanside, have his feet dangling,
Just put that
and fucking fucking Vanessa Carlton would just be playing, and he'd just be the thing. Like, That'd be a deep cut. Yeah, that'd be a deep cut for the fans. The last thing we're going to do tonight in honor of Halloween, I gave the boys 10 Halloween characters, 10 of the most famous Halloween icons of all time. I asked them to rank them 1 through 10 based on their own personal attachment to them as well as a pop culture factor. So those are the real 2 factors that we got going on here. We're going to do a little scoring too. So we all rank them 1 through 10. I'm going to jot down everyone's ranking, and at the end, we're going to be able to combine the 3 scores of all the characters, and we'll have a consensus ranking here. So we'll start at the top. I gave everybody the 10 characters. Michael Myers, Ghostface, which is Scream, Pennywise, Leatherface, Jason Voorhees, Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Hannibal, Jigsaw / Billy, which Billy is the little doll with the red swirls on his face, for those of you that might not know, and then Pinhead. And I asked them to rank them 1 through 10, and then we're going to all kind of go through. We're going to do a little consensus in honor of our Halloween rankings, all the most famous Halloween characters, basically of all time. But I'm excited to do this. Again, another activity, but
Yeah.
I'm very excited to do this.
Show some love to all the greatest horror
All the
characters
big
of all
ones.
time.
Like I said, I couldn't come up with any way to do another draft that wasn't exactly what we did last year. So I was trying to come up with some version of a Halloween activity. This is what I landed on. I feel like it worked.
Yeah.
There was no way of doing a Halloween draft that wasn't
It's impossible.
exactly like I was trying to come up with different like category things and shit. It wasn't working. It wasn't happening. So maybe that's something like we'll come back to and like I don't know, like maybe next year we'll do that. We'll do it with like a bigger panel. We'll do it with like 5 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's more spread out kind of thing. But check out our Halloween party. Our Harry Potter draft next week. Mm-hmm. Gonna be good. All right, so the way I figured we would do this is we'll start at 10. We'll each go through 10 and then just go all the way to the front. I don't know what my cats just did, but it was bad.
Yeah. Sounds like they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, no shit. So, all right. Who wants to start things off?
With number 10?
Yeah. I'll start things off. So my list is very, for those that play fantasy football, it's very what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Very much the strategy I went with this. A little, like, don't get me wrong, some personal bias mixed in, but there was a very big, for me, what have you been doing for me lately? So for number 10 for me, I actually went with Pinhead. They did a new version on Hulu last year that I thought of Hellraiser that I thought was terrible. I thought it sucked. Hellraiser hasn't had any pop culture significance since like the 90s. So to me, while he looks terrifying and he's got an awesome like visual effect in the way he looks, I went with Pinhead for number 10.
It's fair. I'll just go ahead and chime in and say I also went Pinhead for number 10.
You did?
I did.
Oh boy, that's tough for
Yeah.
Pinhead.
Tough for Pinhead.
Yeah.
That's tough for Pinhead right there.
Yeah, like you said, 90s guy. It took me a while to like figure out scary movies were cool. So I like have very little experience with Pinhead.
The original
I
Hellraiser
recognized
movies
the
were awesome.
screenshot, the headshot of him, but
Yeah, so the first one was 87.
never seen his movies.
It's like him and like 3 other characters though in that. Like it's not just Hellraiser.
Correct.
He's just the lead.
Pinhead.
Yeah, Pinhead.
The main
He's
Hellraiser.
Yeah, right. He raises the most hell out of
He
anybody.
raises the most up. Well, I think a big thing of him is like his visual appeal is
It was pretty scary.
awesome. Oh yeah, no, like even in the new movie, while it sucked, he looked cool. Like he looked very cool. The movie
Yeah.
was just terrible,
Yeah.
not good.
So I kind of took this whole list a little different. I meant like the movies and like the concept of the character.
Okay.
That's how I factored it in. So number 10, I got Chucky. I think that's.
Oh no!
I think it's just a dumb concept.
Oh no!
How can you do that to Nick?
Like the fucking doll walking around. Like, dude, just punt the fucking doll out
I
the
do
window.
think that's a bit of a generational thing for us. I do
concept
think
is so stupid.
I do think generationally, like for us, it is a little bit more like what you kind of just said.
Oh, I could never buy it. It's
He's
not.
a 3-pound.
It's not terrifying
Yeah.
at all. Like, it's like one of these things, like running
Oh,
around.
I love Chucky.
Like, you just pick the thing up
I
and throw it out the
love
fucking window,
Chucky.
dude. See you later.
Step on it.
It never really,
I love
never
Chucky.
freaked me out. In terms of like, pop culture and stuff, that's what I'm saying. Like, I took my list a little different. So if it was like a pop culture thing, I would definitely move them up. But
All right.
I'm just going by the movies. So that I never.
Did you see the newest Chucky movie from like 2 years ago?
No,
No.
definitely not.
Oh, it was good. What's Aubrey Plaza is the mom. So it's like a mom, son,
like
the
Aubrey
son gets
Plaza.
Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. And I thought it was I thought it was good because it had good kills, which is what you want from a Chucky movie. But what I did like is that I thought it made sense, like relevancy, because like Chucky the doll, he connects to the Wi-Fi, and I was like, dude, in like 2019,
Gotta have that in
like,
2023.
I was like, the doll would absolutely connect to the
Yeah, for
Wi-Fi.
sure.
I was like, that's absolutely right.
One of the first moves.
Yeah, like that's
What's the
absolutely
password?
right. Because he would you think about it, like he would play music. You know what I'm saying? Like he would be like a little child device. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's genius. But the thing is, when you're connected to the Wi-Fi, that means you have access to everything else that's on that Wi-Fi. So if you got home security or cell phones or computers, lap, whatever it is, he now has access to it. I was like, all right. That makes things very like intriguing. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the kills were really good. Aubrey Plaza's the mom. It was good. You haven't seen it either?
Nope.
No, it was good. Check it out. Came out 2020, I'd say.
I remember when it came out.
2020.
Yeah, same where I don't have a ton of experience with Chucky. I think I've seen
Oh, you haven't seen the original?
half of a couple of them, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. The originals are good. I love Chucky.
He's
I'm
higher
a
on my
big
list
Chucky
for
fan.
sure. I recognize his iconic.
Oh, he is.
stature
Yep,
above.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, same.
All right, so we'll just keep the order going. I'll go 9. I went with a guy that I do like. I'm going with Jigsaw Billy. Billy character. The Saw movies have been pumping out, but I think in the fact itself that I had to not combine, but split the character into two different things, kind of took
That's a
against it, you know
problem.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Jigsaw by himself, John Kramer, to me, he would easily be a 10 just by himself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? While he's a good character and stuff, if it was just him,
One of the
certified 10.
higher-ups. Yeah.
He's just an old guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the Billy doll is awesome. Very iconic when he comes rolling in on his
Yeah,
little
the bike,
bicycle.
that's-
And you know
that's
shit's about to
scary
pick
as
up.
hell.
Yeah.
It is. So I do love it. Saw movies have obviously been popping out like crazy. That doesn't mean that they've all been good. I did see Saw 10, which actually I thought Saw 10 was pretty good. One of my definitely upper tier Saw movies. Absolutely no doubt. It actually had like some storytelling to it, an actual plot line with still good
Made sense.
Saw
and-
scenes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just like, all right, I captured fucking da 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 da. There was a plot. It was
Or
actually
this
good.
guy from 20 years ago.
Yeah. No, I thought it was good. So I'm going to go. I went with him, number 9.
Cool. Lock it in. All these guys get some respect. They're on the list.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's why they're here.
There's no hate here.
Like I said, the split character, that was what was dragging me down a little bit.
Right. Yeah, so I went Leatherface, number 9.
Number 9.
You know, Texas Chainsaw was like, right? That's Leatherface.
It
Yeah,
is.
That's
Yeah.
very symbolic of like late 90s, early 2000s horror. Like it was the movies that I didn't have any interest in until I was in my
right,
teens.
yeah,
Like
right.
it scared me shitless. So because of that, makes
Jessica Biel in that. What would?
Oh,
My
yeah.
oh man,
Oh,
That's
good.
the first one.
some sweaty
Yeah,
boobies.
I mean, like, yeah. First one of they did an original back in like 76 or something, but
so
Oh,
same.
yeah.
Got to give Leatherface respect, but there's a lot of other legends on the list. So number 9 for me, lock it in.
yeah, I can see that. I went Pinhead, same reason you guys did for 9.
We get it.
Okay,
Pinhead.
Pinhead's got an automatic L.
Just unfortunately a little bit before my time and never really caught around to it.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. And
If the remake last year on Hulu would have been good, it could have changed things. Like, it could have been the birth of, you know what I mean? Like, the rebirth of Hellraiser and stuff. It was terrible. I said that. You guys looked at me like you didn't even know what it was. Like, it wouldn't even exist. which kind of goes to show exactly what I'm saying. So we got Pinhead, we got Jigsaw, we got Leatherface, which the Leatherface hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, that was another one that hurt me big. Number 8, I went with one of my favorites, but I had to do it. I went with Hannibal Lecter. I love Silence. I love the whole trilogy. Silence of the Lambs, fucking Red Dragon, Hannibal. I love all of them. Anthony Hopkins is obviously unbelievable. Very iconic character. I mean, he won fucking an Oscar for Best Actor. I think is the lowest time on screen. I think it was like 12 minutes, I don't want to say.
Wow.
But again, kind of splits the fact that you got Buffalo Bill in the first one, who was a good villain in his own right. So he's kind of splitting a little bit of time. I love Hannibal. I love the trilogy. Hannibal came in at for number 8 for me.
Yeah. Hopkins is a monster.
He's unbelievable. Oh, he's great.
Hello, Clarice. Yeah, iconic. I got him a little higher. I love me some Hannibal. For me, number 8. Kills me. He kills me. But I'm going with Jason Voorhees.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I thought I had him low, and never mind.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I think other guys
What
in
are
this
the
category
kids?
are way more mystical and scary as shit. He's just brutal and
Wow.
physical.
One of the icons.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not letting you guys down.
No, it's everyone's own list. A little bit of the same thing I was saying about earlier as far as what have you done for me lately. They had that one remake. That was like 2013, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, we haven't seen Jason since Freddy vs. Jason, which was like 2003, some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's like he's a guy who has no lines, pretty much, right?
Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't talk.
I don't know. You can only be so scary. I don't know.
Yeah.
Freddy vs. Jason was 2003, so I nailed that one. And then
Kelly
the Jason
Rowland.
remake.
Shout out Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like Freddy's way more creepy.
Yeah.
And I got Myers way up there in a similar category for a creepy, quiet guy.
Dude, there's so many of these fucking movies, it's impossible to find the right one. My
Little
God,
like Aaron
man.
Yo.
Yeah. 2009. So even earlier than I said.
I think they're bringing it back too very shortly.
Well, that's what they need. They need to
coming back.
like, you know what I mean? They got to bring him back. That's 8 for Jason Voorhees.
I mean, Luke, you didn't let me down because also number 8, I went with Jason Voorhees.
No way!
I did.
No way!
So kind of the same reasons that Luke was saying. He's not, I guess, very scary to me. He's just kind of gruesome. And,
I think Jason is terrifying.
And not only that, but this Halloween season, I rewatched the first Friday the 13th and the first Friday the 13th Part 2, and I don't know if they just don't hold up, but like I did not enjoy my time watching.
Really?
I think I think the problem was more it wasn't Jason. It was more so the campers, the camp counselors, like the actors and actresses that they had there were just horrible.
Do you know how much money fucking?
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know myself, but I bet you it's fucking the first Jason movie to make. I bet you cost fucking nothing.
Not much. Kevin Bacon was in it, but obviously wasn't on the scene.
No.
And it was like, but just between the first one and the second one, oh my God, the acting of the fucking counselors was just horrible. So like I said, I was factoring in my overall enjoyment of the movie to it. And I rewatched them lately, and they gained no traction for me at all. And
All right.
I hate to say it, but yeah,
That's wild.
He's gonna get number 8 for
That's
me.
wild.
All right.
I mean, you're talking about iconic pulp. Well,
They're all
we'll
iconic.
get there.
They're all iconic.
Yeah.
I'll say he got a lot of pop
tough.
culture value for me. So.
It's like ranking your NBA top 10. You're gonna hurt some people.
All right, so the next one came into me, kind of what we were just talking about, actually. This pop culture is huge. He's wild. As far as Halloween and horror movie goes, he's pretty much as famous as they mostly get. But I get to the what have you done for me lately? They've had one movie in the last, aside from Freddy vs. Jason, one movie in the last like 20 years, and it was terrible. And it's Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger hasn't been Freddy Krueger in a very, very long time. He lives entirely based off of nostalgia. While he looks scary in the nightmares and being to be terrified to go to sleep it's a great thing. It's a great concept, but He's right. That's all he's riding on. Like I said, a lot of what have you done for me lately? That's all he's riding on.
It's just everything that every human being has to do.
8 hours a day.
That's all he's riding on.
It's all he's got.
I'm running to the bathroom myself, so you guys don't have to carry on the conversation.
Well, I have to agree with you, sir. My number 7 is
Freddy Krueger.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Shame on both of you.
I'm sorry. I agree though that he's a lot more complex than Voorhees, and like
Definitely is. Yeah.
Just having some lines once in a while.
The fact that he talks
Something
too,
say,
and he's very. Sometimes he's comical, and like sometimes he's terrifying. So
Yep.
yeah, like if he didn't talk and like that was his whole concept, then yeah, it would definitely be bottom of the list
right.
for sure.
But no, again, they're all legends. I am totally scared shitless of him. Fucking knife fingers and burned skin and
Oh
all
man, that first movie's so good.
Yeah, hard to beat.
Very hard to beat.
But hopefully you pull up his ranking. I think pull him out of the 7s.
Yeah, I got him. I'll give him a boost.
Yeah.
I got him a boost. So 6, I went with Jigsaw. Kind of say I think his concept is very cool. This is when it starts getting to the like.
When we got 7 first, did you skip somebody?
No, I had 10. Yeah, Chucky, Pinhead, Jason. Oh, sorry, Jigsaw 7.
Okay,
sorry.
Just making sure you didn't skip somebody.
Nope. So yeah, this is when it gets to the point where I'm like, they're all very, very close. But if I start getting 1 through 7 is when it starts getting like nitpicky for me. So it was just like his concept of it is very good. The first couple movies were terrifying, and then it just kind of went off the rails. Like I said, they just keep bringing back people from like 8 movies prior, and it's just like, all right, like come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
But like I remember seeing the first Saw, it was like, it was fucking terrifying. Like it was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it's like a whole new genre.
Yeah.
Like murder porn shit or no
Yeah.
torture porn. That's like the whole
Yeah,
genre
right.
it opened up. Yeah.
Did you see the first Saw movie?
Yeah, so I had Jigsaw. I had Jigsaw 7.
The biggest thing about the first Saw movie is the
Just like
unbelievable twist. I mean, I would say one of the best twists of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd never in a million years expect the dead body to get up, and next
Yeah.
thing you know,
Right.
iconic,
Yep.
iconic.
The concepts of it were crazy. Like first, when she's tearing the fucking guy's guts apart to get the
Amanda,
yeah, man, like that's
who ended up
wild.
being a main character going forward.
and that's when it starts getting bad. Is when they start bringing back people from, like I said, fucking 8 movies ago, and it gets a little silly.
Well, she was in 1, 2, 3. She's in most of them. She was in this new one too.
Oh Jesus. That's what I'm saying. That helps my case.
Well, the new movie takes place in between 1 and 2.
Oh, all right. I didn't know
cool.
that.
Yeah.
That helps then. Okay.
It's like a filler in between those 2 movies. So we got 2 Freddys for 7, and then Jigsaw. Jigsaw's all right. So we got all right. This is interesting. I like the way that they're doing this. So we get to number 6. This is where I have Chucky coming in. I love Chucky. I'm a big Chucky guy. I had him
higher.
It's tough.
Put him higher,
He does. First of all, I love him. I love the original Chucky movies. And then right now, I just mentioned the movie earlier. He's got some pop cultural reference hitting right now. He's also got a show. I can't remember what network it's on.
On Sci-Fi, I think.
Is it Sci-Fi? I'll say
And
it's
then
on
USA. I think Sci-Fi and
USA,
USA are like
yeah.
combined, kind of.
It's on its 3rd season. I watched the first one and most of the second one, and I just never finished it out. And it is pretty good. There is a little tiny bit of forced wokeness, and when I say a little tiny bit, there is a little bit, which I don't know. It doesn't overly bother me, but it's kind of just like we get what you're trying to push, and it's weird that you're trying to push it in a horror setting. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody
Not the
dies
same.
here.
Yeah, not the same.
Everybody, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like everybody dies here.
Evil doesn't pick favorites.
But I've always loved Chucky. Regardless of what Seth said, like Seth's right. You can just like kick him and whatever. But to me, I still think Chucky's terrifying. Especially the way he does it. Like, you're talking about Freddy you're being asleep at night. You're asleep at night and Chucky's fucking running around, just fucking causing havoc. Exactly. Yeah.
He's a little rat now.
He's fucking killing cats and leaving them on your bed. He's slitting your fucking throat. He's doing whatever he wants. Like, he's a nutbag, dude.
Yeah.
I
He's a
love
doll.
Chucky.
He's a doll. That's all.
And a big part of it comes back to that new movie. The new movie was actually good. They did a Friday the 13th reboot. I just said it was 2009. It was bad. They did a Freddy Krueger remake. It was bad. They just did a fucking trilogy of Halloween movies. One of them was good. Two of them were trash. So it's like, maybe people disagree with me. Maybe people didn't like that movie. I'm not sure it was overly praised, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought Aubrey Plaza was good. I thought the idea of what they did with Chucky was good. I'm a big Chucky guy. I got a great doll in my fucking TV room.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in on Chucky. 6.
Also Chucky.
Also Chucky.
Luke,
me and you are a lot of simpatico, baby.
A little bit. You're a little mad about the 4 he's, but...
He's just a big one. Hey,
Yeah.
you do you, baby. You do
But, yeah, same thing. He's so iconic. I feel like he would be more recognizable than the majority of these guys. Like, as far as, like, American public, I think he would be the most recognizable out of anybody.
Chucky?
Yeah.
I think that's probably, because he's a doll, I think that's probably right. I think you're probably right.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
more
if you gave a
iconic.
random person on the street, say like a picture of Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy, I bet you their percentages are not going to be as good as if you included Chucky in that.
Yeah. And I think everybody shares a fear of, like, creepy dolls. I don't think, like clowns. I mean, creepy clowns are scary.
Creepy? I don't like, yeah,
But,
I mean...
But, like, I don't know, dolls can just kind of creep you out a little bit. Maybe,
I think
maybe
because,
I'm
like I said, the fact that Chucky is just like, he's awake all the time. There's no sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Freddy's only awake
not with
when you
it.
sleep. Freddy's not awake during the day. You know what I'm saying? Chucky don't sleep.
Could be 11 o'clock in the morning. That motherfucker's causing
Exactly, yo. You don't rest. There's
Be
no
making you breakfast.
There's no break time with Chucky, bro. You got to be on guard 24/7. You can't let that motherfucker out your sight. He gonna get you.
It's true. Yep, he's on Freddy Krueger, only working at night.
Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly.
Third shift.
Third shift.
The graveyard
You survived Michael Myers and fucking Jason. All right, you're on the night shift. You got Freddy.
Graveyard shift.
No days off.
The fucking gauntlet.
All right, Mitz, who you got? 6.
6, I went with Hannibal. I just think his performance is just, it might be
iconic.
Might be the best out of all of them overall. But
Oh, from an acting
And
standpoint?
to just be like a
Yeah,
scary human,
no doubt.
not just like a supernatural force. He's
yeah,
just a
it's
scary human.
it's when you don't. Yeah, to me, it's more scary when you have a mask off. Like, to me, it's somebody like a Hannibal is
like
way
that.
more scary than a Jason or Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But just in terms of my overall enjoyment of it, yeah, like, I guess it's kind of a recency thing for me. Haven't really made one in a while. I guess they really can't. Like, you can't top that performance and all that. So
They did a series, actually. It was pretty good. I
Yeah.
watched almost all of it.
Mads, right?
Mads Mikkelsen. He's Hannibal. Dr. Hannibal. It
I
was
know
good.
of it. I haven't seen it, but I know of
And
it.
it's creepy, even though it was on... It might have been USA 2. Or FX. It was on mainstream.
That's unfortunate.
I think it was.
It deserves to be
now that
on
you say
something
it.
else.
It could, yeah. It was good,
It
though.
deserves to have some gore and craziness. But
It did.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it did. Because even in, like, if you in US, if you put your show on after 10 o'clock and you put a rating up, like, you can.
Yeah, it's free for all.
Yeah, you got, like, dude, fucking Sons of Anarchy. My favorite. Like, Sons of Anarchy pushed the bounds of television, cable wise.
All right.
Like, every week they came on at 10 o'clock. They put up their warning, and it was like, if you're watching, you're watching. Like,
Enjoy.
Put your kids to bed.
oh yeah, no. There was a couple times where they said shit in that show, and I was just like, yikes.
So
I hear what you're saying though. So we got that 6s.
Yeah, 5ers.
I was saying before you left too. This is where it gets very. This is where it's like it was like 7, and then it gets
the
very
cream of the
tight,
crop.
and it was
This is
just
the cream of the crop.
It was like the worst of the best is where I start getting into.
So this is where this is going to be his last ranking here. This is where I put in Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees to me is the definition of iconic.
Yeah. Yes.
He's one of the faces of Halloween to me, of horror movie season. I think Jason is scary, to be honest with you. I've always loved that setting, though. Like, they did a whole season of American Horror Story. It was like summer
like the
camp or some
80s.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that vibe. Like, the fucking teenage summer camp.
No
like,
parents. Like,
Yeah, woo! Fucking.
Think you're an adult, but you're really fucking stupid.
Yeah. Like fucking Jamie Kennedy and fucking Scream.
Yeah, right.
Like, if you have sex, you die. You drink, you do drugs, you die.
Yeah.
You say you'll be right back, you die. That's like everything
all
that they
that.
do. Yeah, it's everything they do
all
in
that.
Friday the 13th. But Jason, like you said, just massive in size, just brutally murdering people. I'm a fan. I like Jason a lot. Iconic. His remake is way better than the Freddy Krueger remake. Like, I still watch that Friday the 13th remake once in a while. That's the one that's got Aaron. Actually, they both got Aaron Yo. Aaron Yo and Freddy Krueger, he does like the webcam thing.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he's in both.
When he's not, yeah.
His death in the Friday the 13th movie is awesome. He catches the axe.
Yeah.
Fucking that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Nah,
that's the shit that only Jason
he's in the
does.
shed. He gets a screwdriver fucking right to the throat.
Oh god.
The black kid gets the
Yeah,
axe.
they bait him.
All right,
He baits him by going out.
Literally has
He
a
doesn't kill him.
fireman's axe and just hucks it like 40 yards right to the back of that kid's head. It's fucking wild.
He's not
dude.
dead yet. He's trying to bait everybody out.
That's right. Aaron Yo's in the shed. Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, Jason, violent kills. I've always been a fan of Jason. I've been watching those movies, especially honestly in this house. Like this room, the studio was literally my Uncle Robbie's old room, and he was like the biggest Friday the 13th guy on the planet. He had all the VHSs and shit. I've watched those movies in this house since like I've had cognitive thought. Since my brain's worked, I've been able to watch Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, I mean that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
That moves him up the list.
Nostalgia for sure. He had all of them. He had like all fucking Jason with the space there and like the 8th one. It's fucking out of control.
He goes to Manhattan.
Jason goes to Manhattan. Yep. I think that's like 7.
So what is his deal? He's psychotic. He's what?
Jason?
Yeah.
He's basically like kind of like Michael Myers. He's a well, actually, I guess not like. Well, no, Michael Myers does lose his head by Jamie Lee Curtis in that one. He's like a never-ending being. Like he's not. He's like evil. He's like evil in an essence.
Not when he does, but then the next one they show that he put his mask and like tape over some guy's mouth and portrayed him as Michael Myers. So when Jamie Lee Curtis in H2O,
God!
and then the next one's Resurrection.
Oh Jesus!
Next one's Resurrection, and it's not
Invalidates the whole
not
previous
gonna.
movie.
Yeah, and it basically shows that Michael Myers
H2O
like
was with Exhibit, right? I met that man.
no, LL Cool J is in Hey, and then Resurrection. You know who survives? Busta Rhymes.
I was so close. I just missed.
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes survives in Resurrection.
Jesus.
I was so close. I was right there. I just missed.
Though.
I just missed. Shit.
Yeah, that shit went off the rails quick. Those movies. Whew.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot all about fucking H2O. Good call. But yeah, no, I think he's like I said. I think he's just kind of like the essence of evil because like the things they do to Jason, like Jason. We talked about the Jason in Space movie a second ago. As in the Jason in Space movie, they literally blow him up and like his body goes everywhere, and then he just like
Reform.
reforms.
Didn't turn to spaghetti.
Yeah, it's wild. The essence of evil, baby.
Impressive.
Which in the ones that we like there, the Rob Zombie Halloweens, that's literally how they describe Michael Myers. Is like the essence of evil.
Yep.
All right, my 5.
We got 5? Yeah, 5.
So my 5, I got Hannibal, who I do love. But yeah, so it's ahead of all these other legends that we already named. But still got a few more to go. He's super creepy, like we said, like a real world human who's actually just tapped. Most of the other guys are kind of a little supernatural.
Makes it that much scarier.
Yep.
Anybody can come bite your face.
And Anthony Hopkins and some actual like legitimate drama movies, like
Oh yeah, as far as
8.5 on IMDb.
yeah,
like, killer movie
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, you're absolutely right on that sense.
So
I would
that
actually, actually, out of all the characters that we're ranking, the new It movies were really good.
Yep.
But they're still not as good as like Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and Red Dragon are. So that's a good call. Definitely the best movie quality for sure.
Yeah, so
that's a
that
good call.
But that's all I got on it.
Yeah,
If you want to give your 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Even Eddie Norton's in Red Dragon, Lawrence Fishburne. It's a that's a good point. It's a very strong trilogy as far as the actual quality of the movie.
Yep.
You're not just
Silence
dealing
of
with
the Lambs is
slasher.
still the peak of it, but they're all
Yeah.
And the rest are good. Yeah.
Hannibal's really good too. Red Dragon, I feel like is a little bit of tap off, but Hannibal's really good too.
Yep.
So 5, I got Leatherface.
5.
I don't know. I just this Halloween season. I don't know why, but I've been rewatching a lot of the Texas Chainsaw. So the fact that it's based on a true story makes it scarier for me. So it gets a boost up. And like the old one back in the day, like that movie, that's one of those that like back in the day I could see people being just horrified.
Oh yeah,
going to the movies and seeing that, dude. Like
Definitely.
that, they got some fucking. There's one scene where the first time you see Leatherface, he literally rips open the door, like the steel door, so you hear like, and then he takes a fucking like a flathead hammer. And cracks it off a guy's skull, and all you hear. There's no music or anything. It's not like how Jason is, where you get like the big music. All you hear is the thud against the guy's skull, and his fucking legs are like dangling, like he's still alive, and his legs are just like flailing, and he just drags him by the fucking skin of his neck behind the door again and closes it, and it's like, I can imagine that being back in the day, and be like, that's fucking terrifying. Jesus. Like that would scare the fucking hell out of me.
Pretty brutal.
And then even the newer ones, like I said, I've been watching them, and like they're gruesome, but it's like, and then you got the whole family's involved too.
Yep.
Like the
family of chaos.
Yeah, grandpa and like the sheriff and all that. Like they make it that much worse. So I enjoy the movies a lot, and yeah, that's why he's got a boost for me at number 5.
Love it.
I'm gonna just keep it going. My number 4. I also have Leatherface for a bunch of reasons. Number 1, I think his actual design and shit that they do in the movies is terrifying. The fact that you just have this absolute brute of a human, and he has someone's sewed face off of it, like right onto his, which is like staples and strings. So I think is the absolute definition of terrifying. Like legit. Even while there's been a bunch of they've been banging out Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies consistently since like 2000. While they've all been pretty much terrible, the character of Leatherface is never like. You never watch one of those movies and you're like, oh, the reason why that sucked was because of Leatherface. No, you know what I'm saying?
He's always scary.
Exactly. He's always fucking scary. You look at the other things, you're like, all right, the fucking plot of this movie was retarded. The people that were in it sucked. Yeah. Like, you never go like, Leatherface wasn't scary or wasn't fucking horrifying or didn't kill people good. You know what I mean? Right. Leatherface always brings it to the table. Terrifying feature. You were saying that he's based on a true story. I'm pretty sure if you look into it, the guy that, like, so the people that, like, The Strangers were based on, you were actually just talking about The Strangers. Yeah. That's the same person as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Ed Gein is his name.
Yeah, they're all tied.
Hannibal too.
Hannibal too. Which is crazy because the Strangers movie, like, you think that The Strangers ends in fucking, for those of you, spoiler, but if you see The Strangers, they're like, oh, wow, like, that was brutal. They Liv Tyler was not allowed to live. Like, her and Scott Speedman, their body parts were, like, tied from the roof of the house. Like, not from the roof, but like the ceiling. Like, say you went to the first floor, and it was literally just like tied like a fucking pinata, like arm, leg, head, fucking.
That movie freaked me. I watched that again recently. That movie freaked me the fuck out.
Strangers was good. I remember seeing that one in theaters and fucking.
Wow.
You've been ripping through those scary movies lately, huh?
I have, yeah. This Halloween season, I've been on a big kick. Yeah, that I rewatched that one. That scared the hell out of me. So many jump scares, and apparently, the people with the masks, they didn't, like, Liv Tyler didn't see them a whole lot. So, all her natural screams and stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Terrified.
Like, holy fuck.
She got, like, I think, like, laryngitis or something in her throat.
No shit.
She was legitimately screaming, like, how she is in the movie that much, because she was flat out just terrified.
Shit.
Like,
when their friend comes through and Scott Speedman just shoots instantaneously, I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like, you literally got a shotgun at point blank range, like, this guy has to charge at you. You can take a second to identify him before you just splatter his shit with a shotgun.
It's a Dennis, too, from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, is that who it is?
Dennis, yeah.
Ruthless.
Oh, now that you say that, that does actually... Yeah.
All right, 4?
4.
Who would do that? 4, I got Jigsaw.
Wow.
Big bump.
Yeah.
Huge bump.
I know. I feel like he's revolutionary. Taking horror to like a mental level and I don't know, and creating the torture porn genre, and
you got good reasoning in all your picks, Luke. I'll tell you that.
And
they're not the same as mine. You got good reasoning because you're right. He absolutely did recreate like a new genre.
But there are like 7 stinker movies, so that hurts. That's probably what you guys are subtracting for, also. but there's like 4 awesome ones in there. And
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I love the first 2 like a lot. The first 2 are awesome.
yeah, that's what
I
I'm
liked
saying.
this new one a
2,
lot.
It sounds like the new one's good.
The new one was good.
Then
It
let's get
wasn't
on
like great, but I enjoyed the Chris Rock one there, Spiral. I thought that one was pretty okay. That one again kind of went to the thing like where they were trying to develop a plot line and they weren't just fucking like, all right, let's just murder people.
Yeah.
It wasn't like necessarily a good plot line, but you could at least see that they were trying to do one. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, just like really scary, insane person.
Oh yeah, no, like you said,
Smart, insane person.
Yeah, 10 steps ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
I think the creating a known genre, it's sound reasoning. The big thing that I was taking away from, like I said, it's the 2 cat. You take just Jigsaw, it's just this old guy, John Kramer, who's got cancer and shit. Right. And then the Billy doll does add that aspect. That's why I combined them together.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you have to do that in a way takes away from you. You know what I mean?
Fair. That's fair.
But no, I don't hate it at all. I like it. It's sound reasoning.
All right.
4, I got if I was more scared of this like genre, I'd probably put it 1 or 2. But clowns have never really scared me. But I think it might be like the best acted. We just talked so much about how good Hannibal is, but I honestly think like the original like Tim Curry as
Pennywise.
it might be the first one. Like
Bill
best acting
Skarsgård
Hannibal.
was awesome too.
And he
Bill
was very
Skarsgård
good
was
too.
awesome.
They made that a little bit more creepy. I keep looking at the rest of them. It might be my all-around favorite movie to watch, but I think just the fact, like I said, clowns have never really freaked me out. Knock on wood. But like
That one creeps me out.
that would definitely put it number 1 or 2. But I
That's the
love
source
those
of all my
movies.
clown fear is Pennywise.
The original was so funny. Like I can't like with that. Is your refrigerator running? It is.
man.
You better go catch it.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do.
Dude, like,
Well, you
it
better let the
was-
poor guy out.
It was so good, dude.
Yeah.
Pennywise is great. I fucking love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah. Freaky.
Two different fucking movies and both awesome appearances.
I would watch
Yeah.
them again and again and again.
Bill Skarsgård's awesome.
Yeah. I agree. Awesome character. I got him a little higher. I like the guy.
What are we on to? Number 3?
I think you're
3.
the first, so yeah, 3 for
Number
you.
3. Number 3. I have Pennywise.
All right. It's a decent rank.
2 different versions of them. I came in the top 3. I love the It movies. I love the original. I love the new ones. I like the idea too that he's not just the clown. Like he changes. Like he is your fear. Like we were talking about how Freddy Krueger, you gotta sleep and stuff. Everybody's got some version of fear. So he's able to just eat on whoever it is. Those are always the best scenes in both movies. Is when the kids kind of go through their. One of them's at the library. One of them's at house. One of them, you know what I mean. And like one of them's got his mom. It's like that ability to just eat on fear is very, very entertaining. The blood scenes on both of those are fucking iconic.
Yeah.
Both appearances from Pennywise are iconic. I love the It movies. I can watch either one of them pretty much at either time. I mean, as long as I have the fucking time. The new trilogy takes like 5 hours to watch. Not the new trilogy. The new 2-parter takes like 5 hours. The first one's like 4 and change.
Yep.
But Pennywise is one of my guys. I love him. Top 3, comes in with the bronze medal, and he comes into the 2 Kings.
Love it. Yep. Scary as shit. Legend. My 3, I want him to be 1, but he's pulling up behind 2 MVPs also. Michael Myers. Wow. Yeah, Michael Myers.
3 for Michael.
So I'm the first one to throw him up there. I know you guys got a lot of love for him, of course. Scary as shit. You guys all know. Imposing.
Oh, the walk is iconic. Like, the walk is iconic. The
Yeah.
fact that he never, ever speed,
Towering.
like, just walks.
Music to me is the best out of all of them. Music's scary as hell. Like,
Yeah.
Definitely. Good sound. Actually, no, I guess I'll wait till I get there.
That's scary as
Yeah,
hell.
we'll let you guys rant on them when you're raving, rather than when I'm trying to defend why I'm not making him higher.
Well, no, I kind of want to hear that. Why? I want to know why you.
It's more
you
just how
have
much
him
I like the
below
other
fucking-
2. That's all.
Okay.
It's not
This is
personal.
personal.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome character.
All right.
My number one is definitely
personal choice.
Number one is definitely personal. Number two is like my impression of very popular and
Okay.
But this one's number three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big dog Michael Myers coming in with his first ranking at number 3. So you know he's scoring good.
3, I got Ghostface for mine.
Ghostface.
So first ranking for Ghostface
Yeah,
as well.
I'll
Those are the
put
last
that.
two
It's
to be
very
named.
very close to number 2, but I ended up putting it 3. I mean, when a movie comes out and a costume blows up, like those two things, like that's when you. I mean, that thing was iconic back in the day when we were. We were fucking
I'm
growing
not
up
even
on
joking.
Halloween.
I was Scream, I think, for either 7 or 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
I had the bloody mask with
So
the
you
thing
definitely
in
had
your
the
cap,
blood pumping
and
one.
I had the fucking blood knife.
Yep.
I did the same thing for like 8 years in a row.
Yeah, and then the first one. I mean, we talked about them before, but love the movies, especially the first one. I mean, the first one is
First one's my favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah, that's some all-time stuff.
My favorite horror movie of all time.
Last couple ones have been good, but I feel like the killer's been kind of lacking. Like the overall plot twist of who it is makes it kind of
A
lacking.
little bit. But they do some cool things, though. Like,
Yeah.
while I agree, I hear what you're saying. I think you're right, too. They like the last one when they had the both ghost faces on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
That was fucking awesome.
Yep.
Like, that was a very new thing. We've done 6 of these movies now, and that was something original. I was like, that was
Yeah, you get credit for
fucking
that.
sick.
For sure. Again, same thing as Luke said. It got very close at this point. So
Oh, yeah, no, we're at the nitty
I guess
gritty.
slightly number 3.
Ghost face, baby. That's big. It seems like me and Seth have a little bit of a thing now. Every time he says somebody, I just have him my next
Just
ring.
one
up.
tier up.
Yeah, it's one tier up. So my number 2 is Ghostface. Kind of for a lot of things that we just kind of said. Number 1, I dress as him for forever. Scream is my favorite horror movie. I love the Scream franchise as a whole. Scream 3 stinks, but the rest of them I feel like are very just solid movies. They always have good kills. Even the ones that kind of, like Scream 3, even still good kills. I mean, great performances. Neve Campbell's awesome. Like her and Jamie Lee Curtis are the Scream queens. Courtney Cox is awesome. Arquette is awesome. I love Jamie Kennedy in the first 2. I like that they're the first kind of horror movie that wasn't just like it's a horror comedy. It's self-aware. It knows what it is. It's gonna give you what you want. You're gonna laugh a couple times. You're gonna go, oh shit, a couple times. It's just a good time. To me, it's everything that Halloween should be. Like Seth said, the movie made the Halloween costume iconic. It's been popping out pop culture movies. It hasn't stopped. You know what I mean? They've been pumping them out. And this new generation, I still kind of like. Jenna Ortega is, I think, awesome. I like her, so I like her being in it. I'm not sure what her sister's name in it, but she seems like she's going to be a bit of a whack job.
Stu's kid, right?
Oh, I mean, fucking Billy Loomis and Stu.
The boyfriend's. I can't think of it.
Billy and
Billy's
Stu.
kid. Yeah.
Stu's, I mean, I'm feeling a little wheezy here. Fucking peer pressure. I'm way too sensitive. There's so many fucking good ones. I love the Scream franchise.
Well,
I love him.
I have Ghostface number 2 as well. Right behind you. A lot of same stuff. Just so iconic. It overrules my iconic more than anybody else too. Cause I have memories of like elementary school, Halloween. Like 40% of people that showed up at the
With
door.
Scream. Oh yeah,
Scream.
it was such a huge costume.
Yeah, and
which is
you were
part
the
of
coolest
thing.
guy around if you had it. You were like that's the one you needed.
It's part of the thing, like in the movie.
Right.
Like the movie's again self-awareness. Like the movie has a bunch of kids wearing the costume, and it becomes a thing. It's like who the hell's Ghostface because there's kids wearing it. Goes like real lit.
Yep. It was a movement for sure. Took over her middle school pop culture. Everybody, and still going now. They just had like one of their best ones recently. So
Yeah, no, all the new ones have been good. Fucking even Scream 4 got some slack. I love Scream 4.
No, that was very good.
love Scream
Yeah.
4. Don't get me wrong. Hayden Panettiere's in it, so that does boosted a lot of points in my book. But
She's very good. So number 2.
talented.
Love Hayden Panettiere.
Here.
she's very good.
Oh, man. That haircut too. Like I'm not a big short hair kind
Me
of
either,
guy.
yeah, I feel that.
Man, I didn't know
Yup.
if you can pull that off.
Hell yeah.
Holy smokes. She was great. Number 2, I got Freddie.
Wow.
Number 2, Freddie
Moving them
Krueger.
up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I took him first in the Halloween draft, so I mean, it's only fitting. But I think like the creativity of it
First.
back in the day, like that, like Wes Craven literally made the movie because he started doing research and found out that a bunch of teenagers were like dying in their sleep. So he was like, all right, well, what happens if we make like a fucking monster that kills you in your sleep? Like the creativity was so good.
Definitely.
I think I talked about it again in the Halloween one, the last one we did, but the scene where in the first one where Tina's just getting fucking mauled throughout the whole entire bedroom, like she's on the
Awesome
ceiling
scene.
getting
Yeah,
ripped
yeah, yeah.
apart. Not only that, you got the Johnny Depp scene way later on.
The birth of Johnny Depp.
Yep, how Johnny Depp dies.
Johnny Depp.
That's awesome.
You already
Like,
mentioned the birth of Kevin Bacon in the Friday 13th. That was good.
Yeah,
Good call.
Johnny Depp too. Just I forgot what. Just like the fact that he talks like is more like you figure you got Jason, Michael Myers, and Freddy. He's the only one that talks at all of them, and he like it makes it that much scarier.
That's a good
the way
point.
that he talks and all that. Like,
That is a good point.
The first
he, gives
time-
you, he chirps.
yeah, he does.
Exactly.
Yeah, like first time you see him, you just get the nails against the fucking wall. And you just hear the screech. And it's just, oh man, it's just so iconic. Yeah, it's not a recency thing, so that's why you guys have.
That was the biggest thing that was killing me.
Yeah,
it was.
But if I'm telling you, if you go back and you watch the original one, it's like,
oh, they're incredible.
again, it's awesome, creative. Love the whole
It's
thing.
just tough for me to go like you go back that far. It's like at some point like you are losing. He's so good that his character is still iconic, right? In 2023, even though there hasn't been a good fucking Freddy Krueger movie since like fucking 1980 something, he's still
Because
iconic.
you got to have the creative side. You got to have somebody that's witty with it too. You can't just have a big lump like Jason or something walking around.
That's true.
You got to have the creativeness of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
too.
the band,
So you
yeah,
can't.
yeah. No, that's true.
Shout out Robert Englund, blew up that role, did an awesome job. That's why they're not making any good ones. You can't just have somebody walking around killing people.
That IP's got to get picked
got-
up at some point.
Yeah, and they'll make it good eventually.
They gotta. That's another thing I was saying too. Is that new one that they did, whatever it was, I already looked it up. I think it was 2013. It was so bad.
And I think Jack Haley was.
It was so bad.
He looked horrible too. Like he didn't look nearly as creepy as how he was back. Like the movie was made like 30 years after.
Actually, go back to original Scream. One of my favorite, the Wes Craven shout out there. You get the janitor.
Yeah, wearing the
Freddy
sweater.
Krueger. Yeah,
Yep.
awesome shout out. Craven's the best. So that's it, right? We just go to the last picks. Number one's the King of Kings.
Yeah.
Like I said, the King of Kings. I
You
mean,
guys got the same one.
yeah. To me, there only is one number one. I mean, he is.
I wanted to get cute with it and like it caused some,
He's the real life boogeyman. He can't be stopped. He doesn't need to run. He always gets his guy or his girl, usually his girl.
Undefeated heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, I mean, the mask is the definition, I feel like, of iconic, especially because it's so simple. There's nothing. It's just a white mask with
You know who it is,
fucking
right?
hair.
Who they morphed it out of?
I did see that. They cleared it out of...
William Shatner.
Yeah.
This
I
is
did
William
see that.
Shatner's
Yep.
face.
They did it, yep.
What?
I did see that.
Captain motherfucking Kirk.
His pop culture relevance has never faded at all. Like he was from the moment we did Jamie Lee Curtis in the original movie. There's never been a tamper off of Michael Myers. Like some people didn't like the Rob Zombie ones. Me and Seth happen to love the both of them. Like while they were violently brutal, there were some cool like. Michael Myers is always dead silent. Like that's part of the thing about him is that he's just like super silent. In the originals, he pins the dude up to the wall. He doesn't make a sound. Rob Zombie's Michael Myers and the brutality that he brings, and you hear him just grunting with the fucking violent strokes of that he's doing. They're terrifying. They're legitimately fucking terrifying. Like he is a brute force of just pure evil. And again, I keep going to the Rob Zombie ones. That first one where they do like the kid version,
Yeah.
that is still the most
It gets-
uncomfortable I've ever been watching.
I think
a
it's
movie.
wicked creepy.
The most I remember being in the theater. Shout out to my Uncle Robbie again. I was with my mom and my Uncle Robbie watching the Rob Zombie fucking Halloween movie, the first one. And I remember like that first 45, 60 minutes. I remember just sitting there and just being like,
Grossed
I
out.
don't like this. Yeah, like this is just fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then obviously he just becomes the regular Michael Myers and he starts killing people more normal. Not normally, but it feels more normal, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Like he beats that kid with a stick in the woods.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, man, it's fucking brutal, dude. Have you seen the Rob Zombie ones?
I've definitely seen the one where he's a kid. Is that one of the?
That's the first one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that one.
All right, and then they did a second one, and they're both just equally fucking brutal. But then they did the new trilogy, whether you liked it or not. The first one was really good. I think we're in agreement on that. The first one was really, really good, which is a nice surprise because like Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. What the fuck are we gonna get?
The flashback too.
Yep.
The flashback scene was awesome.
2 and 3 stunk, but again, he's just keeping it relevant. We talked about it on the last podcast we did. A24 just bought the rights to Michael Myers, which means that they're going to be doing something with him. The IP never ends. This guy, like the movies itself, he's invincible. You can't kill him. He just keeps coming back. The King of Kings, Michael Myers, number one. I couldn't have anybody else.
Love it. And Seth too, right?
Yeah,
Number
same
one.
thing. I go
go,
so back to the original. Like I said, like it's got the best music out of all of them, and
Yeah, no, you nailed that.
it's just the
best theme.
Yeah,
That the is from Jason is good too, but it's not nearly as good as Michael Myers.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, like
good.
You're watching the first one again. I go back to like if I was in the movie theater. Like imagine being in the movie theater back in '78, whatever it came out, and like the scene where she puts the coat hanger in his eye, and then he's in the background laying down, and then he just sits back up, and it just goes dun. Like you'd be screaming at the theater. Yeah, look out! Yeah, just get off!
No,
Like that would just be oh my god! Like to be alive back then and see that movie in theaters, just seeing that like that's some all time stuff right there.
Yeah,
So
that's intense.
say things. The guy's eternal. I tried being cute with it. I wanted to cause some controversy, but
Love
I'm
it.
an honest man at the end of the day.
Love it.
Gotta make him number one.
Well, I dragged him down a little bit, but
I feel like no, but you've had good reasons for everything you said. This is a personal thing, you know. That's why we're doing this. That's why it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
I think you made good points. I think that Mike,
and that leaves my one for Pennywise, which we've already been over how good Pennywise is, but
Pennywise is number one. I like
That's number
that.
one.
I can't hate that.
it was a very approachable horror movie for me when I was younger.
Okay.
Because I don't know, the kids, and it's not constantly terrifying.
I hear
It's only
you.
like one source of terror the whole time and stuff. I don't know. But then it still just fucks you up, and it was really fucking scary.
It's like the older you get, the older you get, the creepier it is.
dude,
Versus
yeah.
these old like Halloween. You know, I watched it with my mom when I was 8 years old and didn't want to go to bed.
Right.
But yeah, I can see what you're saying too. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole point of Pennywise is like reading your mind, what scares you the most.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a scary clown to kids who aren't really scared by clowns. Just terrifying. And,
Except for Richie.
Yep. Beep beep.
What are you afraid of? Clowns.
yeah.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, Richie.
But I'm seeing the
No, that was.
far. We got some. We had a clear top three, and then a pretty.
I like
equal
that Pennywise.
otherwise, huh?
I like that Pennywise at one. That's good. I mean, Pennywise is the definition of iconic.
Yeah.
These were
Stephen
all
King.
good. All good lists. Yeah. You know, you kind of just mentioned the kids thing. To me, I always, when you have kids involved, the stakes get raised. Because you're watching whatever it is, whether it's teenagers even, you're in high school like you have Michael Myers, you have adults, you see them die or whatever. You don't have that connection to the kids in it are like, you almost feel like you know what I mean?
Club.
Yeah, it is the
They're
Losers
part
Club.
of it.
You don't
Yeah.
you want to fucking protect them. Like you can't have the kids, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why in both the original and the new one, the kids version of the first part is just so much better.
Much better.
It just hits so much harder because it's like it is terrifying. You have these kids on summer vacation. There's kids missing in their fucking town. It's like I couldn't even imagine what it's like. You just want to go have fun and run around and have dumb fun with your friends, and there's kids literally disappearing for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Pennywise is awesome. It's a great pick. It's a great pick. I love
And
Pennywise.
then it's 28 years later. You think you got it all. Then like what? 28 years later, whatever it is.
28.
You just get a call like I need you to come.
It's
back."
happening again.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
That like the new trilogy one when the fat kid's in the library and he's like flipping through the book. And it keeps zooming in on that Pennywise picture of like, back in the day, and he just keeps going into the tree, and it's like a kid's head sitting in the tree. I was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
I was like, this is so
Yikes.
fucked up. Oh, this is wild. The new trilogy was awesome.
Yeah.
That new trilogy was. I keep saying new trilogy. Fucking New two-pot or whatever. New duel.
No.
All right, so let's see here. Let's go backwards to forwards. Let's go backwards to forward. By far and away,
Sorry,
not even close. Coming in at 29 is Pinhead. Pinhead all the way at the end of all the way at the end.
29 points.
29
Almost
fucking
the maximum
points.
score.
Almost the max. Yep, that's right. Good call. Seth kept him from the maximum. From there, we go to Chucky, I believe, which is tragic.
Damn.
Fucking
2 6s and
tragic.
10.
Oh,
I
no.
threw him out the window, just like what you're supposed to do when a fucking doll comes.
Oh, no. You did. You killed him.
Picked him up and threw him out the window.
That 10 spot. Me and Luke both at 6. That was a huge kill.
Watch, I'm gonna get my car tonight, and that fucking doll's gonna be in the back seat.
Dude, this is nuts. Imagine that my doll's in the back seat. You fucking did that to me once. That was good. Oh man, when I first got that doll, and there was the max people living here. It was all 4 of us, me, Seth, Steph, and Los. I'd always get home first because I was already working my job, and I just got that doll, and I'd get home and I'd just be like, all right, where can I put this thing to freak somebody out? You know what I mean? So there was a couple times I got him, a couple times I got everybody. And then one day I fucking went out to my fucking car and I backed up to go to work, and Chucky was just sitting in my back seat. And I just texted Seth. I was like, "Well played, sir. Well played. well done, lad."
I just gasped.
You got me. You got me.
I just shat. I had
This
to
is-
go change my underwear.
This is crazy. I can't believe this. So we have Chucky at 9, and then Jason Voorhees at 8. 2 of the most iconic characters in all of Halloween.
Sounds like Seth's getting his way so far.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
just throwing people out. That's the body.
This is crazy. Coming in at number 7, we have Jigsaw. Jigsaw/Billy, which
sounds about right.
I had the highest rank
Jigsaw
on him.
Billy's ahead of Chucky and Jason? That
Yeah.
sounds right?
Yeah.
You fucking high?
Yep.
I
That
had
is
it the same
utterly
way.
insane to me.
I had it the same way.
That is utterly insane to me. Luke had a good point about creating your own genre. He is not better than Chucky or Jason. No shot.
Sounds about right to me.
We go to Hannibal? Yep, we go to Hannibal. Hannibal comes in at the 6th spot. Shout out Anthony Hopkins. We got...
That was on
let's
you. You
see,
fucked that one up.
Leatherface. Leatherface coming in at 5.
Surprising number 5.
That one's on me. I dragged him down, but you guys had 4 and 5, so
I had Leatherface high on my list. When I was going
4 and
through
5.
this,
Adds up.
so I had him above both Jason and Freddy, and that was based almost entirely on their physical appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
imposing.
Freddy's creepy for sure. Jason's creepy for sure. Leatherface is fucking terrifying to look at.
Yeah.
Terrifying to look at. Like the kitchen apron too,
Oh,
just
man.
covered in schmears
It'll
of
pick
shit.
you up in the basement, just throw you on a meat hook.
yeah, it's more like a butcher apron. Yeah,
Just throw you right on a
Dude, you know what?
meat hook right to the back.
That's another good thing that you could actually.
Oh, that's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Torture value.
Oh,
A lot of these other guys, like Jason, Michael Myers, there's you die. Like you're here and then you're not there.
he's no Jigsaw though.
No, it's not. But Leatherface, you don't
you're
die.
hanging in the
usually.
basement on a meat hook
Yeah.
for fucking 3 days.
You see, remember the beginning one that we watched, and he gets they brings the people to the table, and they're attached to their armrests and shit. They're sewed down to them and shit.
My God.
Yeah, that was a while.
horrifying.
The movie's not great, but it was kind of creepy. It's got the girl from the Fast and the Furious movies there, and there's somebody else in those too. One of the
Michelle
guys
Rodriguez?
is somebody. Yeah, I can't think of who it is. Not Michelle Rodriguez. Vin Diesel's sister, Mia. So Leatherface, we got 5. Let's see. That was 18, 16. Freddy Krueger. Even after me and Luke's bashing, Seth fucking.
But 727.
That's
Give him a
crazy.
boost.
Seth promote. Yeah, no shit. Whatever Seth wants, Seth gets in this pretty much.
That's how it works on these things. Drafts, activities. That's how it goes on this.
Yeah.
On these
The
things.
top 3 were definitive though. Like
The top 3 were definitive. You're right.
Look at those
yeah,
scores.
no, you're right.
so,
You're
it was
absolutely
16
right.
added up for 4th place, but
There was
third
one
had
fourth.
8, 7, 5.
So there was one vote for Pennywise. That was 4. Every other vote out of the 8 possible left were all top 3.
Yeah.
So you're right. The top 3 were very decisive.
Which is cool. We stuck to our list, and yeah, makes sense.
Number 3, Stephen King's Pennywise, the King of Fear.
Yeah, he's still my king. But I guess where you guys are coming from too.
It was close. It was very close to number 3.
They're all
Absolutely. I love his opening scene too. The sewer concept is a great way to start.
I just
especially
watched
with
both
his
of
character,
those
you know what I mean?
versions recently too. Just those clips.
Oh, all right, yeah.
It's cool.
Oh man, I mean the new one was
It was a
brutal.
clip. Trying to
That
decide
was
who the better
good.
actor.
The little kids crying across the street with no arm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking nuts.
You get none of that in the original.
No, you don't.
And like when he's in the sewer, his like things
The mouth
dripping
opens up.
blood and stuff, and yeah,
They set the bar very early.
yeah,
Bill Skarsgård was terrible. Terrifying. I mean, terrifying.
terribly terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying. Yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah.
He was. I just rewatched Barbarian 2 a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That movie's awesome too. That movie's so good. Man. I'll never forget going to that. I remember watching the trailer as I left work because I just got out real early. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go watch a movie by myself. It's gonna be Barbarian. I watched the trailer for it. I was like, all right, Bill Skarsgård's gonna be creepy again, like he was in it. And then I got to the theater and I watched that movie and I was like, holy shit, this movie's fucking incredible.
That was made for just creepy ass roles.
Yeah, he really is. Have you seen Barbarian?
No.
Oh, dude.
I was close to watch. Like I said, I've been ripping through horror movies. But
Barbarian's a good movie.
Yeah.
Remove horror.
right, yeah.
Remove horror from the word. You know what I mean? From the statement. Barbarian's a good fucking movie. Great sleight of hands. Like you're getting caught up in one thing and then fucking boom,
yeah.
boom.
Mama.
Yeah, fucking Barbarian is really good. I just rewatched it again and I loved it. Number 2, Ghostface.
Which I think we all had 2s.
All in the top 3. I had 3.
Yeah, 2, 3, 2. Seth had 3, 2 2s and 3. Mr. Iconic himself created a goddamn whole Halloween costume genre, basically. And pop culture wise, hasn't gone away at all. They're still popping out those movies.
Yeah.
I have to imagine they're going to be doing another one too, because the way the last one ended was
for sure.
7's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I said, even in the last one, they're still finding ways to be original, which to me is the most impressive thing. Like every movie, even if it's like again, the self-awareness. Like the 4th one, it's like the killer's got to record his kills, and that was a big concept.
Yeah.
Was that? But then you got the 6th one. They're all like the 6th one. You got both the killers on screen. I like the gun scene. It's a little different and stuff. Like
Yeah.
if it lasted for more than a minute, I wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
But the fact, just that one gas station scene with the shotgun, I was like, all right.
He's just walking around.
It's creepy. Right, it's creepy. Like, it's like, all right, man, oh shit, like, Ghostface got a gun. Like, oh fuck, yo.
No boundaries.
For real. Like, they still are doing things that are changing the game and keeping it new and original still. While you might not like, I get what you're saying too, you might not
I say
like
the killers
necessarily the
typically.
killers that select. At least that they're doing, they're still trying to keep it, you know what I mean?
Just keep going.
I'm
going.
I'm
Nothing
all
against
in.
them.
I'm all in. They did the series too on MTV, so
Yeah.
they have literally not left a single second of pop culture since the year like 2000.
Yeah.
So, 23 years of being at the top. That was. And then last but not least, the King of Kings, Mike Myers himself, baby.
Mikey.
That's it.
Evil reincarnated.
Yeah. 113. He deserves it.
113. Yep. That the 3 pick was more. If you would add in 2, but I get Ghost. I don't know. Luke, like I said, your pick's different from mine, Luke. You had a good rational thinking for all of your thoughts. So
Thanks, man.
Nice,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
Nice.
Yeah, no. Every time he was speaking,
Hell yeah.
I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point too.
Thanks, man. I was trying. This is more your genre. I feel like I'm less qualified, but just give my thoughts.
I love Halloween, baby. It's this. I love this time of year. It's my favorite. It's sad that it's coming to an end already. I still got a few things I gotta check off the watch list. I just got.
Is it over November 1st? Is it over as soon
far
as it actually happens?
Yeah. As
Yeah.
far as the banging out of horror movies, yeah. I have a very small like Thanksgiving list, but I have some Thanksgiving movies. I mean, obviously you got like, the one
planes,
good
trains,
one,
and
Planes,
automobiles
Trains,
is all I need. That's all I need, dude.
I don't care what anybody says. To me, my favorite that one's actually a Thanksgiving movie. Then after that, number 2, it's not technically directly like Thanksgiving. Silver Lining Playbooks is
it's
a Thanksgiving movie,
I see that.
and it's fucking incredible. Yeah. I've seen that movie 15 times, and every single time I'm like, this movie it's perfection. I love that fucking movie. I love it. Absolutely love it.
That's a good one.
It's great. It's fucking great. There's a few other ones I like to watch during Thanksgiving time. We mentioned this one's definitely on my gayer side. We mentioned Gerard Butler earlier. I love watching P.S. I Love You during Thanksgiving time. That one's a sad one. That one always hits me right in the feels. Yeah. Gerard Butler was so adorable in that fucking movie. Man, sad. Every single time. Gets me right in the feels. You seen that movie, no?
No.
Oh, my God! Oh. I can't wait for you to text me during November because I already know someone who's going to make you watch it. And you're going to go, yo, that's shit.
It's going to be another 500 Days of Summer where I'm just watching
this movie's way more emotional than 500 Days of Summer. This movie hits me in the feels. I know how it goes. I know the whole thing, and it still gets me every time. You ever seen that movie? No. I love Gerard Butler.
No, me too.
He's got a bunch of garbage out there, but I love all of it.
Same. He's intense. Love Law Abiding Citizen. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that one's good. Well, wildly insane and unrealistic is very entertaining.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Blew my mind the first time I saw it. Like, no fucking way.
Yeah, because you're not an idiot.
No.
It never came to me. Yeah, you're not a moron. There's no way a man could dig tunnels underneath a fucking jail cell. What are we in Prison Break?
Yeah.
Which that's actually something I've been doing a lot of rewatches. Prison Break is on my rewatch list. I'm going to be doing a Prison Break watch very soon, I think.
I've heard that one's wild.
You never seen Prison Break? Oh, dude, Prison Break's awesome. Prison Break's really good.
Especially the first couple seasons.
Not the whole thing. No.
Oh man, Prison Break's really good. It's only like 5. Right. It gets obviously like so they're only in. I mean, it's obviously not 5 seasons of them trying to break out of jail. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Eventually, they do get out of jail.
Hence 5 seasons.
But even like after that part, it was still good.
Nice.
It was still good. Good show. Very strong show. But that was fun. I actually liked both these little activities that we did. That was more fun than just doing kind of fucking recaps and shit. I enjoyed that. But I think that's going to basically wrap it up for tonight, right?
Yeah.
We got nothing else. All right.
A lot of information delivered to the people.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Now they know.
So as always, thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody has a fantastic Halloween weekend. Whether you're trick-or-treating with your kids, or if you're an adult who wants to go fucking costume up and trick-or-treat, or you're fucking watching horror movies like me and handing out candy, whatever you're doing, just have fun doing it. Toss a costume on, get into the spirit of things, have fun. Enjoy this episode. If you're looking for something to watch during the weekend, I hope you guys tune into this. Share, subscribe, as always. If you like me, I mean, you can go and watch me on the KMS show because I'm back on the Kirk Minahan show tomorrow night on YouTube.
Big
so
stuff.
You can catch that this weekend. Little Barstool episode for your boy. Thank you to Mr. Luke Kleinen. Thank you to Mr. Seth Rogers. This was a really good time. But like I said, as always, share, subscribe, like. We will be back next week with our Harry Potter draft. Nice little Halloween, Thanksgiving themed thing. But I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for us here tonight. So happy watching, and thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
Cheers. Let's gotta close this out, Loki. Whoever's closest to the table. Bang, bang. Skeet, skeet. Miss minutes, I would.